Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to DR Sports. Welcome back to the weekend preview show. Today, you have myself, AGT. We've also got James. We've also got the ever-punctual Matisse. And you weren't late today, Matisse.
Thank you.
Everyone in the... Yes, I will shake your hand.
Appreciate
Everyone in the
you.
comments
Well done,
Thank you.
saying it's Matisse that was late.
It's always me.
Using
Why
your
always me, as
catchphrase.
Balotelli says. You know
Take
what
your
I mean?
top off. Why always me underneath? Shout out to Abby. And, of course, Culture Cam's in the building.
The reason we are late.
As well. I didn't want to say it.
No.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. But Matisse has beat the charges. And AGT did not miss the train again. Nidin in the chat. I am here. Smash that like button, people. We've got loads to talk about, including, will it be Ten Hag's last dance at Villa Park come the weekend? We will find out. They also play Porto in the Champions League tonight. And Spurs are away at Brighton, as well as some other juicy fixtures as well. But because it's Thursday and the Champions League is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we might as well talk about the games last night, including current holders, Real Madrid losing away at Lille. Uwe Kylian is what they were singing, including his own brother in the changing room last night. Jonathan David with the penalty kick, a decent pen as well. First defeat since May 2023 in all comps for Real Madrid.
Yep.
Why was Mbappe dropped?
Injured.
Okay,
Coming back
right.
from injury,
Fair,
isn't he?
because when I saw that, I was like, yo, there must be a serious reason for that, because that's a lot.
Shout out to Aston Villa, right?
Well,
The first
wow.
European home game in 40 odd years in the Champions League. The one-time winners beat the seven-time winners, and it's Duran again. Right?
How much does
What a
John
finish.
Duran cost today?
Depends
for
how many
Villa to
minutes he
sell?
plays for. If he starts,
He's now straight into that 100 million club now, innit?
Do you think so?
Are we there?
I think
That's
so.
what happens, innit? A couple
Yeah.
goals,
West
you go
Ham
100
fumbled
million.
the bag.
How much did Solanke go for?
West Ham fumbled the bag.
Last year.
No, I think that's true. It's also the quality of goal he's scoring. Like,
That's it.
You're propelling yourself to the 80 million plus. That doesn't mean I think he's worth that. That's what Villa are asking for. But yeah,
don't-
unbelievable.
Would any of you guys like trust him to lead the line for your club, like as a starter,
Great goal,
week in,
though.
week
Wow.
out? His minutes to goals.
He's got the presence, he's got the movement, and he's got a speculative finish in it. So obviously we have to see it, but I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. But is he ever going to be a proper starter? Well,
For Villa,
as long as
Watkins
Watkins still scores, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Watkins still scores goals. So that's pressure for Villa, you know.
Well, every time he comes off the bench, if he's going to score and win a game for them, or keep scoring goals like that, then there
Price
will be a
goes
question
up.
mark. What does he do?
Yeah.
You can't. Do you drop Watkins and start Duran? Like it's an amazing opportunity for Villa. You know, you've got two brilliant strikers, but
problem.
if you're Ollie Watkins, you're definitely looking over your shoulder.
It's not like the top six clubs are like littered with world-class strikers like they used to be. Van Persie, Aguero, Suarez, where you're like, oof, he'd have to come on the bench. Nowadays, everyone's just got decent
Everyone's
to
got
good
2 or 3
strikers.
in the
So
bank.
yeah,
Benfica 4, Atletico Madrid 0. That is a howler of a result.
That's crazy.
And Di Maria still
yeah.
turning up games. I mean, at his age,
Di Maria?
unbelievable
He retired.
footballer. No, he's
still
playing
doing his
for
thing
for
Benfica,
Benfica,
mate.
yeah.
He's beating Atletico.
Retired from
4-0.
international duty. Yeah.
Also, you have to mention Juventus's late drama yesterday. Liverpool won 2-0 against Bologna. I was there last night. On Tuesday, Arsenal did the business against PSG. Got a clean sheet there. Brest. I'm a Brest man, but I rate these guys.
You had to do it, didn't you?
It was just popped up in my head. Right? That Giggs lyric is infamous. But they're top of the table right now, mate. What a start for the Champions League for Brest.
Do you know what?
Can't believe it.
Is this format kind of like? Is it kind of diluting the wins a little
I
bit?
think
Because I
it
don't
is.
know what significance this holds, because I can't remember who's got to play who, because
Yeah.
it's all in one table.
There's no home and away.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
does anyone actually like this new format?
I do.
You do.
yeah.
Oh, you
think
do
it's
like
great.
it.
I don't think I do.
You two are the only people I've heard say that
Really?
they liked it.
What don't you like?
I'm not
about
sure
it?
yet. I'm waiting.
Too new
I'm not
for
in
me
it.
to
So
Yeah.
feel comfortable.
Nah, I feel
and
like
know how
it's
it
giving
works.
you.
It's not giving me structure.
Yeah, but for everyday TV, like, it's entertaining. Like, you're getting these big games, you're getting these matches. I think Real Madrid's next 3 games are like Liverpool, Dortmund, and someone else. Only thing is, I gotta wait for the knockouts because, for example, Arsenal beat PSG so easily.
yeah.
That's not something I'd want to see again. Whereas last season, if I saw Arsenal playing PSG in the knockouts, I'd be like, "Oh, this is
That's
gonna
gonna
be
be
massive."
interesting,
yeah.
But now, if I see Arsenal play PSG in like the quarters, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, mate, I don't want to see this."
So that's-
fixture again."
that's the
that's
thing.
the only problem.
Right,
I
that's
think.
the thing, right? If you give everybody all these big games from the beginning, does it dilute the knockouts now, where everybody would have been looking forward to big games and getting really excited? So that's another thing that you got to bring into the conversation.
And goal difference is the thing that counts. So shout out to Borussia Dortmund, 7-1 winners at home to Celtic. Inter
Celtic.
Milan 4-0 at home to Belgrade. City with a strong win away at Bratislava as well, and Barcelona 5-0 winners against the young boys there as well.
There seems to be a lot of batterings, though, isn't it? This so far.
Loads of goals.
Because they need the goal difference.
But then also,
surely.
like, do you think that this is a good thing that you're seeing like these batterings going on necessarily? Because is it saying that the Champions League is still that elite level when you're seeing someone like Celtic who usually get knocked out
They won
at early
5-1
doors?
the first game.
Yeah,
so it makes no sense.
It makes it no
Celtic
sense.
don't make sense, to be fair, in Europe. It's just like, what are you there?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. You don't always want to see big scorelines. Not always, you know what I mean? But I guess still that's what the knockout rounds are going to be for, like the closer games and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Looking
But I
forward
like
to
the
the
I
knockout
like it.
rounds.
I like the format.
Should we get into the old Prem then? It's
Come
a
on then.
Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, we've got loads of games to get through. A couple of super chats to kick us off. Medical Bunker says Liverpool have a new manager after Klopp, multiple thriving players on top of the table, but AGT barely gets any time to talk about them. Blatant jealousy. His words, not mine. Siobhan. No, I'd be jealous too. Because no one expected us to be this good. Don't be bitter, be
He
better.
gets no time
Be
to talk
better.
about
I
it.
like
Siobhan says Robbie.
Have you paid for that super chat? Did you send that in?
Medical Bunker is not
I
my burner
lem- I
account.
Is that a
Your
separate
burner is
Gmail
right.
you got logged in on
Yeah.
the computer?
No, I'm a Hotmail man. Siobhan says, Robbie,
Jesus.
what happened outside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium during the fan cams with a boxing glove emoji? No comment. I
wasn't
don't know
there.
what happened, so you
Don't
tell
know.
us. Matisse, get your ass to work. Punctuality is key, says
See,
Tabrez.
this is
Once
the
again,
problem.
I will defend my brother.
I'm
It was
on
because of lateness is
time.
greatness historically.
Did make
Okay.
a bit of a
That's
rod your
fine.
own
Yep.
back
Yeah,
with
you
that.
made it a brand, actually.
You
Yeah,
made
I did.
a sign out of
I
it.
did.
Yeah.
You
But it
paid
was more
money
for
to-
people to take with them into the outside world, just in
Oh,
case
so you're-
just in case they need it.
It's a role model thing.
Yeah.
You're set,
Yeah.
okay,
Lateness
that's
is
good.
greatness.
Be
Yeah,
late.
just in case they need it.
That's a good example to set. Dragon says, I still can't comprehend how Aston Villa killed off Bayern, whereas Spurs is stuck with Ferencváros and Chelsea with Genk. Is that who you're playing?
We are playing a Hungarian
Where are they
side.
from? Oh, Hungarian.
Ferrero Rocher.
And Genk?
We're playing
What about Serviette?
says Genk
Serviette?
Yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah.
Barely beat them, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Don't come for me.
What happened when you was in the Conference League last time?
We decided to actually remove ourselves from it. We didn't want any part of it.
I think that's called getting knocked out.
We didn't. We forfeited and didn't want to be in
fair.
it.
Aren't United playing? Is it
Yes,
Porto
they are.
tonight?
Yeah, we got Porto today. Yeah.
Europa League.
Yeah.
Tricky.
That's a tough guy. I
a lot of games.
don't see a win out of that one. I don't
Big
see a
him
win
up.
out of that one, to be honest. But that's going to be a tough one, especially after you guys played them last season.
Yeah.
took you to
Yeah.
penalties. So
I mean, this is.
He's not there anymore, Constantine, is he?
I don't think even Pepe's not there.
No.
Evangelisson is at Bournemouth now.
Their
right?
striker's doing
Yeah.
bits though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Number
they
9, I can't
also
remember
did
his name.
lose last week to Bodo Glimt. Like,
Hey,
come on.
Yeah, but my
Big old
God,
Manchester
If you don't win
United,
that
yeah?
one tonight, let's see.
We're not even favourites.
Actually,
You're
please
not
win.
favourites.
No, we're not
Please win.
bookies' favourites.
Don't
Wow.
you want United to win tonight?
Yeah, I
What do you
do.
want to
Yeah, I
not
do.
say? Yeah,
I
but
need
I
them
am.
to
I'm
prolong.
win.
I'm invested in this Gareth Southgate thing.
Sure, but
That's not happening.
But that's
Let
the
me tell you
Christmas
that now.
present. For,
What I
for
don't
now,
want
we
is
need
Tuchel to go in there.
Nah,
Oh,
we
then
don't
you
want
That would really piss me
muddle.
off.
Glock 9 says, my days, I finally have a day off to watch you lot. Enjoy your day off, my friend. Tabrez says, I'm a breast man, but I rate Arsenal. Very good. Connor O'Reilly says, love listening to Culture Cams. Cuts out the rubbish.
Yeah.
Calls it straight.
That's what I'm talking about.
Should have gone 8 months ago.
Yeah,
They
you
called
see
us
that?
fake fans for saying it.
I agree with you. No flip-flopping over here.
Yeah.
He's been standing
Leveled
on
up.
business, to be
There
fair.
we go, man.
J.I. Coyer says, just to thank you, Matisse. Liam Rossigno is killing it in France for only young players. Full attack. Strasbourg is the most entertaining team in Ligue 1.
Yeah.
They did beat
They say I
Marseille,
look like
didn't
him. They're doing
Like
yeah.
who?
I look
Rossigno.
like the manager of Strasbourg.
I don't know about that. London Nomad says, just reminded to Cams, Ten Hag spent loads on ex-Ajax players to not buy Gravenberch, Kudus and Timber. Fun
Right.
times ahead.
Yeah, he really did miss the three best
Anything
ones.
to say on it?
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy, but then listen, I'm not gonna speak. When it's my Man United section,
Okay,
I'll
we'll
speak,
get on to
know.
it.
You did get
Abby
Anthony, though.
says Clara
Yeah.
Bitsy. How about losing to FC
Anthony
Mura
Martinelli.
in the conference?
When we got taken over from Conte, when we were still in our Nuno era, yeah, it was a good era. Short and sweet.
Fair enough. That's what she asked.
Bye, Clara.
Conte.
Yes. Oh, bye, Clara.
Top of the league, by the way.
Top of the league, yeah.
Top of the league in Italy, by the way. Worst manager that they say. Don't see what I'm saying? Tottenham can make anyone look bad, bro.
100%.
Why don't you have Antonio Conte?
I'd take him.
Have him.
I'd take Conte.
Have
He'd do well.
him.
I'd take
I
Conte.
think
Have
he'd do
him.
well.
I'd take him. You guys
It
are
will do
trying to
well
stay in
until
his
it's
breath.
not.
No, he'd actually do well at United, Conte. I mean, he's just only just gone to Napoli.
You
but-
lot sacked Conte when he was fourth.
In at right wing
What
back.
is this?
He
Lissandro
had a
Martinez and a
breakdown
back
at
three.
Burnley.
Yeah,
he
because
had to go.
he
had
couldn't.
to
He
go.
couldn't stand you lot's mentality, bro.
You guys wouldn't sign
Ange can't
Kolarov,
stand it either.
Ashley
yeah,
Young.
we didn't want Dzeko. You know, we didn't want them type of players.
Yeah,
All of that.
you'd win trophies with that.
Look, it was all good, and like you said, when he come in, it's all nice, it's all cushy for the first six months or so, and then it goes really bad.
You have
and
to
gets
listen
really
to everything
toxic.
that he wants. If you
Well,
don't do that,
people-
you're in
If you want to win trophies, do you want?
Cam,
They
it
don't want to
wasn't
win
it-
trophies,
Do
though.
people
Remember,
wanna win
they wanted to
trophies?
make top four. That's what they
Well, he
wanted
did
back
make
then.
top
Yeah, that's
four
why
with
he
him.
wasn't feeling it.
No, that's
did
what you
make
guys
top four
wanted.
with
Yeah,
him.
but you didn't. You were prioritising top four over trophies back then.
At that point, yeah, because that's what the board
Nah,
wanted.
that's not Conte thing.
Nah, Conte's a trophy man.
Conte goes in and wins.
That's why it
leagues.
never made sense.
Antonio Conte had no business wanting to play in the Conference League. Let's be real. Hence why he decided to forfeit being in the competition.
Whereas Mourinho's got a tattoo of it on his arm. Difference. Right, let's talk about Manchester United then. Aston Villa, fresh from their 1-0 win against Bayern Munich. United coming back from that loss to Tottenham and are playing Porto tonight. Last season at Villa Park,
He won actually.
they were winners. And McTominay got the late winner. The question I have for you, let's go back a couple of days when the club released a statement to say we're backing him for Porto and Villa. Obviously, what happens tonight, we can talk about that on Monday as well. But it's a silly question to ask. But if he doesn't win those two games, is it just see you later, Ten Hag?
It's over, mate. Yeah, I mean, it's over.
Or should he already be gone?
It should have been over from the FA Cup. That should have been like the LVG situation when we won the FA Cup and it was like, all right, thanks for the memories. Let's move on. Do you know what I mean? But Ineos have kind of, I don't know, peer pressure, fan pressure. I don't know what it is. They kind of gave into it, even though they did talk to a few managers. I don't know. They gave into the pressure, I think, of people saying, oh, yeah, this is what we want. Petitions were being signed, all of that. But look, here we are. Here we are. Season nearly done. You know what I mean? Before we've even got started. Again, do you know what I mean? So I think if he doesn't win the next... Well, first and foremost, why does it come down to these two?
Yeah, true.
So what? After
Is that
these
a
two...
scapegoat to
All right,
say
so
that?
say we win these two and then we lose the next two. Is it then 2 games again? Are we going in twos until May? What are we doing? Abby, what are we
more,
doing?
go on.
2.
I think it-
mad.
Sound like Lethal Bizzle.
It don't make no
Do you know
sense.
what I mean? What are we doing?
No?
Yeah, but
So-
if you lose these next two on the
Yeah.
back of getting that, I mean, that should have been 6 at the weekend,
Yeah,
realistically. So if you lose these two, then surely like there is no thing where we can take this as twos. Like it's like he's
International
got
break
two.
coming up as
Yeah,
well.
he's got these 2 games to like cement the fact that he's going.
But hold
I
on,
would
the,
find
time,
it-
the
I'd
timing
find it
makes
hard that
complete
he's not
sense.
going.
Why would you give a new manager an interim Porto away and Villa away, and then you've got international break? I think they're just biding their time. They didn't want him. They spent all summer. Eric, you wait there. We're just going to talk to them,
Yeah.
and then none of you want. Come on, Eric. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't want him. That was obvious.
Sloppy
But
seconds, mate.
yeah, they thought, okay, the right guy's not there. I kind of
seven.
get that.
Yeah.
Why
But
go through all that change
what's
if
the
the right
difference
guy?
between July and now in terms of where's the right guy suddenly come from?
I think
true.
Ineos
And we've
still
signed
have.
more players that
Yeah.
fit Ten Hag.
If Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to probably be an interim, I'd say. I like them
Yeah.
even bringing him in, I think was part of a
Writing's
potential
on the wall.
succession plan. You know what I mean? So I think they'll keep him. I don't think they'll do the Ollie situation where they'll jump too quickly and give him a contract, even if Van Nistelrooy does well. I mean, he has to like completely flip the club tactically and do something special
Yeah.
for him to get a job. But I think getting in Van Nistelrooy was part of the plan, honestly. 2 managers. Remember, both of our assistants were managers of previous clubs. So I think Van Nistelrooy will come in charge for interim.
And I
but-
feel like Ruud van Nistelrooy came in as a manager previously, who really should then want to carry on being a manager,
Yeah.
knowing that Ten Hag is probably
Days
going
are
to fail
numbered.
and he's going to take that job. So it
Otherwise,
was a
you
smart
stay
move
in your
from him
role.
as well. Of course.
And you
He has
continue
been
to
a
flourish.
touch. He
But
has
you-
been a touch undermined, hasn't he, Eric? I'm not,
100%.
and I'm not defending him. 'Cause
100%.
I think he was appalling last season as a manager, but yeah, you're bringing in managers to be your assistants. You know, you're having the transfer stuff taken from you. He's spoken about that. And then you've been looking at
Because
other
it's not
managers.
really-
Like,
it's
the
not-
message is there,
it's
isn't
not
it?
a long-term plan, is it? I know they gave him the extension, but it's not a long-term plan.
I actually get Ineos though. I get it. Like
Yeah, I
if the
get
right guy's
that.
not there, let's just not rush into it.
Is Ruud
That's the problem.
That's
the
the
right
problem. Do it
fit? Is
behind
that who
closed
you would
doors.
want to take over as interim?
As interim, for me, I already see this season as a write-off. Personally, we are not getting the top.
6 games in.
No. Listen, trust me, we're not getting the top 4. We ain't got the quality. Our team's just it's too inconsistent. It's not going to happen. I don't see it. Top 4.
We got
I don't
top
see
4
it.
with Conte, and he came in.
Because that's
after,
Conte. That's Conte of serial
He came
winner.
in after Halloween, November time. He come in, and
That's
we
a
still got
serial
top 4.
winner. That's a serial
Scary
winner, though.
time.
And I think the quality of the teams that are above us at the moment are better than the stage that when Conte came in. It was you guys knocked us out of the top 4. I think it was. No,
Arsenal.
It was Arsenal. Yeah, but Arsenal
Yeah.
they weren't ready them days. You know what I mean?
We're
But
quite ready, youngest team in the league.
yeah.
But, you know,
now
Shout
when
out
I look
Rob
at
Holding.
you look at Aston Villa, you're
Rob
looking at Spurs, you're looking at Chelsea, you're looking at Liverpool, obviously the top 3. I just can't see Man United making top 4. So I'd rather just get an interim in and just bide the season, see what we
Bide it.
can do. Do you know what I mean? Let's try and win the Europa or something.
Let's talk
I don't
about
know.
the actual game itself, because Villa Park can be and has been for many decades a tough place to go to, especially in this time when that first whistle goes.
Yeah.
Their fans are going to be on top of United, suffocating them into making mistakes. The high press, they've got players that can come on even if the first 11 aren't doing the business. Are you scared for this game? Because it could be
it
a
might be.
madness. I'll be honest. It could be a madness.
This one could be, you know them last games for a manager, and it's like you look back at them results. And what was Emery's last game? I don't even know.
I don't even know, but I remember wasn't Ollie's a 4-1 at Watford?
At Watford,
you know,
yeah.
you just knew that day.
It's over. Yeah, you know,
What was
was
Emery's?
it Jose
That's a
v
great
Leicester?
one.
Remember Jose v
Yes,
Leicester?
the players betrayed me.
Yeah, you just you know,
Yeah.
there's just some games that you just feel it, and you're just like, and I think that might be the case. I actually think it's going to be a very bad result. Like I think like 3-0-ish.
Really?
Again,
3-0-ish?
yeah, because I just don't trust us to go there in this form that Aston Villa are potentially in. I know when we're backs against the wall, sometimes we pull out our result, but Villa Park is jumping. Aston Villa are genuinely a good team. They're not. It's not just like, oh, you're going to a tough away ground. They're
No.
genuinely a very good team now. So I can't. It's
I
just
ask
as hard
that?
as playing
We
against
lost
the
at
rest
home
of
to
the top 4 now.
Frankfurt.
Yeah.
That was a
Commander,
tough
I
Oh,
remember,
Frankfurt.
yeah.
There we go.
If you win tonight, though, can
Yeah.
that do anything in terms of building the confidence, the momentum up for Sunday? I'm just trying to play
I know
devil's
you are,
advocate
yeah.
there.
I mean,
Because
potentially.
if you win convincingly tonight, surely you'd be confident
Yeah.
or more confident.
But from what's coming out of the club now, you know the leaks before every sacking starts coming
Yeah.
out. What's coming from the
Lost
club
the
now
dressing
is like,
room.
yeah, the players didn't even think he was going to be the manager, and so like, are they playing for him at this stage? I don't know. So if we win against Porto, does that necessarily mean that they're going to be buoyed and up for it against Aston Villa? I don't know. And Porto and Villa is a completely different proposition anyway. Do you know what I mean? Not saying Porto ain't as good as Villa, but the Premier League, the pace of the game, it's a lot different to European football. So we could win today and then get smoked against Villa. You don't really know, man, but I'm not confident.
I'll be honest, from watching obviously that game on Sunday,
Yeah.
not one player on that pitch, bear in mind that these are his players for the most part, that he's brought in and sanctioned, not one of them in terms of their body language looked like they were running for him, cared. And I thought that from minute one.
Yeah, I
From
think
minute
they
one.
feel let down. I think tactically, and I'm not here to defend the players because I don't think they're that great anyway. I think we've got a lot of average players, but at the same time, I do think tactically they just think this guy's just hopeless on the pitch because the way we play is actually making everyone look worse. As much as I don't rate these guys, these guys are not that bad as to how they look. Like we're looking borderline not a competitive team.
Yeah.
Against
Yeah.
you guys, we were not competitive.
No.
I'd say
Like
it's-
yeah, we're not like we're
The
genuinely
whole game, like, you
it's
just couldn't
crazy.
string 3, 4, 5
Bar
passes.
bar
Just-
about 10-minute period where Spurs just thought they'd be Spurs
Yeah,
for a minute.
yeah.
But apart
2-0.
from that, yeah.
But I honestly, like, at least, at the very least, whether you're Brentford, whether you're Fulham, whoever you are, you're going to be competitive. Man United genuinely at the moment are one of the easiest teams to play against, and that is tactical.
Yeah.
That can't be happening.
What do you think of the Bruno Red being rescinded?
I mean, I was going to enjoy them 3 games.
You wish he was out.
You know,
And then
but
Mount's injured as well, so who would you even
I mean, to be
think
fair,
maybe?
when I saw it initially, I was like, "What is he doing?" And then I saw it again, and I was like, "To be fair, I don't actually think it's a red, but it's silly from him. Like, if you slip, you can't stick your legs out. You know what I mean? So in a way, we kind of got. I mean, if it's been rescinded, in a way, we actually got hard done by. So you guys actually, in a way, got lucky. But do you know what I mean?
It changed absolutely. Honestly, that's red.
I
It changed
just say it.
absolutely
I didn't think it was a red.
nothing. I didn't think it was red either.
I didn't think it was red, but I'm surprised
really
they rescinded it.
No,
Like,
I'm not.
I'm not too surprised, you know.
I'm not surprised.
remember
it was
That's quite a statement because he did.
I don't know why.
Still
I don't know why they
leave
didn't.
his leg in the air.
I don't know why
He
they just
slipped.
didn't
I
do
know
it
he
at the
slipped,
time.
but-
They had
Yeah.
VAR. They
Or you
reviewed
could
it at the
have gone
time.
to
He
the
should have just
screen.
said it's not red. It's a yellow, which it
Yeah.
was.
I'm just saying it's quite a
book him in,
bold. I
that's
don't
that.
wholly
I
disagree
agree
with it.
with
It's
you.
just quite a bold thing for that to be the one.
But just to reiterate, it would have made
Anyway.
absolutely no difference to that game.
If anything,
know
You
what?
never know.
would
Second
have
half
made
United.
No, do you know what?
We could have
You
come
never
out.
know.
Like, we
If
could have
never
come
know.
out.
If
Totally
anything,
different.
United were better with 10 because they knew that they had
you
to
were.
sit back and they had to like soak it up a bit more, and then then Tottenham started to get complacent.
Sort of saying United would have
If
won.
Bruno was on
Bruno
that
stayed
pitch for the second half, I'm telling you, they probably win by more Spurs.
And also, I don't know, Cams, tell me if Eric Ten Hag did say something about the red in his press, because, you know, normally they say, yeah, we're going to appeal that.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
disgrace. We're definitely going to appeal that. There was nothing said
Yeah,
that I was aware of that they are going to appeal it. So when it did happen, I think it was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, I don't think because like Abby was saying, the performance was just so bad that it would have been kind
the
of
last thing
shameless
to
to
talk
even
about,
mention. Yeah, like it
Yeah,
was
you're right.
genuinely
Fair play.
so bad that Bruno getting sent off was kind of just like
It's actually the least of your worries, really.
it kind of just felt like, oh, another thing. You
So
know, it didn't
insignificant.
feel like, oh, this has changed the game in any way. Like
Yeah,
it just,
yeah.
yeah, that was a very, very low point.
Well, let's get score predictions. Porto, 7 played in their league, 6-1, 1 defeat, won their last game 4-0. What's your score prediction for tonight, my friend?
Tonight,
And then we'll do Villa as well.
I think 2-0 Porto.
Followed up by
Unfortunately.
a
And,
Villa win?
Yeah.
3-0? 3-ish nil?
We'll see. But I do think Porto will win. I looked at their last few games. They've got 5 clean sheets in their last 7
Yeah.
in the league, or in the last.
solid.
I
Well, they were
mean,
last season.
we can't hit a barn door at the moment. So
AVB, the president of Porto, your old boy.
Big up.
So the Villa score prediction
And
as well?
yours.
Let's
Villa, I'm gonna go. I'll go 3-1 to Aston Villa.
get heavy
Look at the
defeats in a
position
row.
that Ten Hag's put me in. This is unbelievable.
mad.
This
The
is
minute Rude
unbelievable.
gets, you're gonna see a new me. That is my goal.
Top red.
You're gonna see a new. The minute Rude gets the job, listen, bring me back on the show, man.
Fair play.
Bring
Abby?
me back.
Don't know. I feel
What do you
like
reckon?
maybe 1-1 tonight.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it might give you a tiny bit of confidence, and I think you're going to get spanked at the weekend, like 4-1
Oh, that was coming.
or something, and then that'll be it.
We
big
expected that last year at Villa Park, and you went and won.
Villa do have a slight
I certainly
tendency
so do we.
sometimes.
Villa have an
to
ability
not
to
back
just
up
give
good
you a result that you're
Yeah.
like, what was,
Yeah,
why?
what was that?
Yeah.
I mean, you could. I mean,
They did that
shout
against
out to
us.
Ipswich. Like,
Ipswich
love
should've
it.
won.
But yeah, you could
I
argue
just think
on
that
the
that game yesterday against Bayern gives them such a boost. Like
At
you'll
home.
still
Yeah.
they'll still be on a high from that come Sunday. Like you know, like when you've had your first European nights in such a long time, and like everyone is buzzing.
Oh, Villa, yeah.
Villa. I just think like that. Like they'll be buzzing. The team will be buzzing for it. Obviously, they might be tired.
That could-
That
But
Man
could
United
play
playing
into
today.
We're
it.
playing
They have
later.
an extra day rest.
They have
Yeah.
extra day
Man
on.
United play
I don't know.
today.
I just think you're in for a hiding, and I think that'll be it.
You know what they say, when you're winning, you don't get tired when you're winning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
true.
So
True,
do you have a, what was it, 4?
I think 4-1.
4-1.
4-1
Damn.
Villa.
4.
Jesus.
Bloody hell.
I'll go 2-1
kind.
Porto tonight,
2-1.
and I'll go 3-1 Villa at the weekend.
I think you'll beat Porto 2-0. Just one
Wow.
of those where United show up and there's a bit of hope.
Clean
and then-
sheet.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, that's
no,
right.
you're right. 2-1. and then Emery with a 2-0 win. I think might just.
2-0.
And then international break. He'll be gone. You'll find your manager, and life goes on.
Fair enough.
2-1 Porto, 3-0 Villa.
3-0. Let us know in the chat. A lot of defeats for United in the chat, if I'm honest with you.
What a
Holding
life.
5, not scoring.
What a life.
What
Wow.
a life.
I remember when I used to make you guys' lives hell.
You
But don't
came on
worry.
here and said,
Soon
I'd
come,
rather
bro.
be in
Yeah,
our position.
I will.
Da-da-da-da.
Still got that, mate. You know what I mean? Still got the FA Cup. Still got that.
So let us know your score predictions in the chat. That one on the weekend is a big one, and it could well be Eric Ten Hag's last game for Manchester United before we go into the international break.
Miss him.
The early kickoff on Saturday, Palace-Liverpool. Don't forget, Palace stunned Anfield last season with the 1-0 win, which pretty much at the time ended Liverpool's title race. And Palace under pressure, if I'm honest. I'm doing a preview later on with a top Palace fan, Joe Walker. I'm sure he'll have more to say on that, so if you want to watch that on the COP TV, do. Liverpool obviously top of the league by 1 point. early kick-off. You know, we've had our grievances with this timing of this fixture before in the past, but Palace, I think you have to look at them and say, when is that first win going to come? I mean, if it doesn't come today, which on Saturday, then you'd say fair enough, it's Liverpool, it's top of the league. But the way they finished the season, Cams, with Glasner doing an absolute turnaround of Mateta. We saw Eze balling out. Obviously, Elise's gone, and maybe now he's a £100 million player, even in the first 6 games for Bayern. But if this carries on, how long can Glasner actually last there?
It's actually scary how quickly football can change, innit? Like, from what we were looking at last season, Elise on mad form, Mateta on mad form, Eze was balling, of course, Wharton, everything was looking good for them. But then I don't know where Anderson's obviously left the club.
Loss, yeah.
Gay, he committed in the end, but he was thinking about leaving the club. So I don't know if that's having an effect, but I don't think Kamada and Wharton is a good partnership. I think Kamada's been terrible since he's come to the league. And Mateta, I mean, really and truly, his kind of form was keeping them going, and he's just jumped off a cliff, innit? So I don't know. Spirit of Henri took over him for like 4 months, and then he linked Henri in the Olympics and came back like Amiobi or something. I don't know.
Tight as brambles.
I don't know what's going on. So
he had his Grant Holt Norwich stint.
Yeah, that Almiron moments and stuff. But so when I look at him, I'm just kind of like,
what a purple patch can do.
yeah.
That was really purple though. He was scoring.
He was banging
goals.
in.
Mad
But then if
goals.
you
Charlie Austin.
If you look back prior to that season,
it.
this is more like the Mateta. This is more like the Mateta that actually we had seen previous seasons.
Yeah, back to factory settings.
Spoken as a true casual, where's Decore?
That's a good
Decore.
shout. I mean, they were asking
You
for
get
80
him and
million
Wharton
from
playing
us
together, and
last
that's
year.
a good partnership.
good
Eze in
partnership,
the 10,
He
they
was
seem to
injured
want to
for
go
most
with
of last
Eddie in the
season.
front line with Mateta. Look, a good team. I like their fullbacks. Is it Munoz?
Munoz,
What?
Yeah.
right back.
Mitchell.
Well, I know Mitchell. Yeah, they should be fine.
It
Really,
is weird, isn't it? With
Playing like
Palace?
Phil Mitchell at the minute.
Well, but it's just weird because of how much, like, when he came in, the bounce that they had, the playing style was really good. Obviously they've lost Elise, but they've still kept Gahey, as you said, Wharton, Eze. Like, they've still got that core of the team.
Yeah.
So it's just really weird to me how something is obviously not correlating, because the playing style, does it look any different to you from what it was last season?
I have to say they got absolutely robbed on the first game of the season away at Brentford with that Eze free kick that should have stood. I mean, that could have got them a point. But if you actually look at the table, they're 18th. They've drawn 3, lost 3.
Jeez.
It has to
not
change.
looking
It
good.
really does have
They're
to
too
change.
good to go down.
Yeah.
They've got too much quality, I think, to go down. But it's definitely worrying times for them. It's mad how that can just happen, though, isn't it?
Eddie as well.
As soon as expectations rise for these teams, and this is why I was not. Like, I had no confidence in West Ham this season because I think everybody was like Crystal Palace, West Ham. Once these smaller teams start getting too much expectation, this is what happens.
They
You know
lost
what I mean?
at
You got
home
to go
West
under the
Ham.
radar.
They got a decent draw away at Chelsea, drew at home to Leicester, beat QPR in the Cup, drew at home to United. That loss against Everton, I think that makes it feel like everything's doom and gloom right now because it was the last
We
one.
fumbled
last
that Palace
game.
home game. They had like a moment of magic from Eze. We should have beat them that day as well.
Great goal that. In Liverpool, I mean, like I said, I was at the game last night. A bit of a bland performance, if I'm honest. It wasn't jumping out your seats. Salah actually had a poor game, but gets the goal and assist.
Yeah, I was about to
That's
say,
like the
which is
fourth one.
really
That's like
done.
the fourth one of the season. Huh?
Yeah, no, for sure. Actually, if the number nines that have started in recent weeks have all been poor. Nunes dragged off last night around 60 minutes. Jota, he scored recently, but apart from that, the performance-wise just hasn't been up to it. But the away record at Palace is decent for Liverpool, so I'll go with a Liverpool win. It's one of them games that you just need to get in and get out. Take the win. It's the early kick-off. Enjoy your weekend. It's one of them. Gravenberch,
Good again.
very good last
Bloody
night.
hell.
Yeah.
What's
Keeps
going on with this guy? Like,
Fuad
every
is
single
his
game.
biggest fan
Yeah,
right now.
Fuad's
Yeah,
going mad
yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
Fuad loves
loves
him,
him.
man.
I
Yeah.
love it when a new manager comes in and rather than just signing a load of players, there's one player that was already there that it wasn't happening under the last manager, and they just sort of rise to the top, and that's Gravenberch right now under Arne Slot. It's
Every
good to
game
see.
he's cooking, man. His ball carrying is ridiculous.
But it's good
And he's strong
management
as
because
well.
And everything's forward,
Yeah.
nothing side or back. It's like his first thing is
He starts in the sitting position, then
And
he
then
ends
he
up
takes it
like
up.
assisting
Yeah.
a chance or getting in the box.
But it's
or
good
whatever.
management. They wanted Zubimendi, they didn't get him, right? That's your 6 who gets you playing. Okay, bring McAllister a little bit closer to Gravenberch. You've got a mix of profiles there, but you've got 2 technical players, and just solve it between. It's just good coaching. Like, that's lost sometimes.
No, it is.
But he doesn't have the 6 he wants. Well, he found another solution.
Well, he's found an
Solution.
alternative. And I'd actually
solution.
go with Curtis Jones to start this game. I think Szoboszlai has been a bit wasteful in the last few games as well.
Yeah.
With his size 7 boots. So
Arne Slot doesn't seem too convinced at the moment, though.
No,
he
not-
keeps saying, "Yeah, we got a lot to improve. We haven't played nobody." Even though I hear him, he's dissing us, but we'll come back
Are
for
you
that one.
somebody right now?
We'll
You know
come
what I
back
mean?
for that soon. We'll spin the block soon.
Will
but
you though?
we'll spin the block. We'll spin the block.
When-
but
when will we be doing that?
soon.
When
We're not
will
talking
you
about FA
spin-
Cup. Do you know what I mean?
Which
Last
block?
season.
Which block? Which block are you spinning?
We'll spin the block. But
How big is the block?
but I don't think
block.
he doesn't seem too convinced. He doesn't seem too convinced. He's waiting for
On
a big
Szoboszlai,
game.
you mean?
No. On you guys as a
I think
as a,
he's-
as a
I think
team. He
he's,
keeps saying that we haven't really done
Had
anything
like a
yet.
real test
we
yet.
We haven't had a test.
Oh
a
no,
proper
he did.
test.
He
yeah.
did.
I think he's
insult
just
you
trying to
guys
keep the
there.
team's feet on the ground, which I
8
think is
wins
the
out
right
of
thing to
9.
do.
It's the record for any Liverpool manager. So, but I like his style. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We play every game as it comes. So, but I actually think unless you're massively at fault for a goal in the midfield, he won't change the midfield.
So who's your next big game?
Chelsea will come in
well,
thick and
we
fast,
have
no?
got
No,
a
I said big-
disgraceful
I said big
run
game.
Got
coming
everyone.
up.
Yeah,
Everyone's
We've got
got
everyone. We've got them.
Is it
then
when you
got
got
Madrid,
Arsenal?
Their November run.
Leverkusen.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. I watched your recent video on
big
Chelsea.
game. I said big
Chelsea
game.
are going to be
I
the
didn't
most
say- I said big game.
interesting
No, I said
team to
big
cover
game.
this
I
season
said
on
them.
Culture
No,
Campus'
no.
channel.
That's
Oh,
a big
they
game.
could be going for top 4.
Why is he
And now,
watching my content?
and now we're not a big team.
Why is
Hold
he
on a
watching
second.
my content,
2
bro?
uploads already
Stop
on Culture
watching me,
Campus'
bro.
channel about
Stop
my club.
watching me, bro.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm
Stop
subscribed.
watching
We're
me,
getting our
bro.
content now, finally. Do you know what I mean?
All right,
Bigger
let
than
me
Nico
jump
Jackson,
in.
wasn't he?
Stop
Yeah,
watching
he
me,
was.
bro.
Yeah.
Just want to move in peace.
Yeah, bro.
They've been silent
Stop
No,
for
our
watching
next,
me,
our
bro.
next big game is them at Anfield after the international break.
I
But
enjoyed your Jackson video.
Let's do.
You're playing it. Oh, you watch it as well. So you can watch
watching
it.
it.
Don't let
I'm
this.
watching it.
Don't
Watching
let
it on
me to
content.
watch my stuff, bro.
Score predictions: Palace, Liverpool, Cams.
Where is it?
Palace.
Palace.
12:30.
Nah, I'm gonna go for 3-1 Liverpool.
I was going to go same.
Yeah,
3-1.
3-1. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Saeed is in the chat. He's taken some time out from writing letters to Ineos. He says Arne Slot will get found out, is what you hope. I will go. I like that. I'll go 3-1 as well.
2-1.
2-1.
2-1
We'll
Liverpool.
take it. We'll take it.
Yeah, I like 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Let us know in the
Tricky
chat.
game, though.
Couple more super chats. Dardar says United will lose to Porto and Villa, and Ten Hag will get one last chance against Brentford. Another 4-0 loss. Bosh. Ten Hag out. Nice, says Dardar. Jay says Cams, until you play your next game, hold that, you sausage.
Who's he support? What the hell?
just
Jay,
hold
who's
it.
your team?
Just hold it.
Sai says RIP Manchester United Football Club 1878 to 2024. They did a lot of great stuff. 68 trophies, most leagues, second most FA Cups, 3 Champions Leagues. They lived. They did live. Next up is Erich, not Mr. Ten Hag himself, but he says United's project really is doing better than Chelsea.
Who said that?
Erich. That might actually be Eric
Eric.
himself,
Yeah, it probably
actually,
is.
on his burner account.
You stand by that, Cams?
Just win trophies. You know what I'm trying to say?
You're so that's the narrative now, is it?
For us, it's not good, but for
Don't
you,
win
you guys need
games,
to
but win trophies.
I grew
I want
up knowing
trophies as well.
Chelsea as ruthless serial winners. All of a sudden, now they care about projects.
From the year 2000,
It's a good
Listen,
debate.
United. I've always said with Cams, we're not going to stoop to that level. But in terms of trophies, 100%, we need to be winning them.
Do you know what though? Like, I will actually back Chelsea for a sec. I will defend you which is very rare.
What?
Like, they've had their entire infrastructure of what made Chelsea ripped up. Like Roman, the way they operated, everything.
No, they ripped it up.
They did rip it up.
They didn't have it ripped.
They had
They got
to.
found out.
Yeah.
They had
They-
to rip it up for legal
They had to,
reasons.
yeah.
And I'm not saying it's not amounting to
Which
something
is,
good, but
again,
they
I
did
don't feel
rip it
sorry
up.
for them. But what I will say is over everything that's happened with Clear Lake, Bowley, etc., in the last few years, like, there might be method to the madness. And we might start to be seeing that this season in terms of the signings that you've made. But I do think there was always going to be a transition of some kind when you go from having someone like how Roman was and how Roman operated and how the club operated and the level of success that Roman brought to having a completely new ownership. multiple managers in that time,
Don't
multiple
feel sorry for
players.
them.
I don't feel sorry for them.
Where did this
I don't
come
feel sorry
from?
for them.
Wait, hold on.
I don't feel sorry for them,
Where's
but
this coming from?
I can see, I can kind of see a little bit through the trees now at this point where Chelsea are going.
We just need to be.
I can't see where you're going.
We just need to
I can't see where you're
This is
going.
madness.
Just need to
How
be
have I
making
come on
top
this
four.
show and Abby's
There's no
now
light
siding
at the
with
end of
Chelsea? What's going on here?
I'm just saying.
What the hell is
She
going on
played
here,
you
mate?
in the last game and
Do you
she
know-
said, "Fuck me."
Do you know what I'm saying?
Fuck me
What the
there.
hell is going on
Jay.
here? Wow.
Another super chat that says Fabio Vieira goal incoming against United tonight, says Guna Goal.
Oh, is he fit again? I don't know.
Oh, shots. Clara Bitsy says, wow, 15 minutes into the show and AGT hasn't yet mentioned a Liverpool reference in the middle of the
You
conversation.
feeling okay?
No,
Do you want to let it
I'm
out?
too tired to respond, to be honest,
Wow.
but it is what it is. We got our section. It's in the bank. It's all good. M. Sati says, as a United fan, I think we made fun of Tottenham and Van der Ven for no good reason. Based on historical facts, United fans are a big part of the problem and how the club views itself.
Who
says
made fun of Van der
M.
Ven?
Sati.
Yeah.
Who can make fun of Van der Ven? Have you seen this guy,
I
bro?
believe that might be KG.
Ah.
Flex
Oh,
probably did
Flex.
it as well.
Flex, who told me Lissandro Martinez gets in the team over Mickey Van der
5'3"
Ven
and
as
an
well.
attitude.
See what I'm saying? This is who represents my club. Do you know what I mean?
Talk to your-
Flex,
talk to your-
KG. This, I have to go on United View now.
Talk to them.
I would
word.
never say that. I would never say
He
that.
told
so.
me Dallo. He told me Lissandro
no,
Martinez.
Dallo, yeah, I
He told
agree.
me Anana.
No,
He told
nah, I
me. He
don't
told me
agree.
Bruno.
I
And
don't
also KG told me Agate. He'd never even seen him play. I'm just saying.
KG's put his neck on the line now. He wants him out. So at least we have all the
Oh, is
receipts.
it?
Oh yeah.
KG changed
Oh,
soon.
KG
On your
has really
show
flipped-flopped.
yesterday, right?
Wow.
How he got him to do it.
Wow.
There's not many
wow.
left.
She
There's not
forced
many
it.
There's
left.
no one's left in that THDL.
No one's in there
Very Ten
anymore.
Hag
It's a lonely
defensively.
club.
No one's there.
Interesting.
ND Golf says, love the show, guys. Watch religiously from Oz. Shout out to
Big
you.
up to
Big
you.
up to you, all the way from down under.
Did you know anyone who likes Tim Tams or has been to Australia, they now sell them in Tesco?
What?
Totally
They
going
like
over all of
the
your
watered
head.
down
That
version.
Tim
That
Tam
went
is like
I've had Tim
a,
Tams
a
before.
better version of a penguin,
Penguins.
Oh,
have fallen
penguin.
off.
but they're
Wow.
much better. They're much
They
better
got
than a
joke on the
penguin.
wrapper as well.
No, they don't. But they're
Unlike
much
penguins.
nicer than a penguin, and they have
Started
like
a new fitness regime. Sorry.
if you
Tim Tams.
they do them in
Can't get
Tesco.
Can't get involved.
Fair enough. Tanishk says, Ten Hag bringing XG stats, Nathan Jones settings. Former left back of Yeovil, Nathan Jones. Sai
Is he that
says,
Southampton manager they had for like
he
2
was,
months?
Yeah.
And then he just butchered every press
Yeah.
conference,
Yeah.
lost every match and left.
yeah, that's the guy
I mean,
you're
that's
thinking of.
cool. Yeah.
To be honest, I believe United probably won at a faster rate than they are developed as a football club. They'd make you think that Vettel is still
Wait,
racing.
what? Say that
Wait, what
again?
do you say?
It doesn't really make much sense.
Say
It
it.
says, to be honest, I believe United probably won at a faster rate than they developed as a football club.
As in, like, under Ten Hag?
Or
Just in general, I think.
I mean,
Fuck's he on
Are
about?
they saying like Fergie won more than he should have?
What?
It's like when you have a growth spurt and your joints haven't caught up. That's what I had.
What did Cole Palmer say? He said, what? Literally.
Yeah. What? He says that quite a lot, to be
That's
fair,
all
about
my
most things.
it's true.
Clara Bitsy, has anyone else noticed AGT has stopped recycling the Van Dijk and Anfield unbeaten stats since they lost to Palace and Forest?
Clara's not a fan of Easter, is
She isn't,
She's
but
not
keep
a
the
fan.
money coming. Taylor says, AGT, you reckon Gakpo might start on Saturday? I do think he might start. I think he goes Gakpo down the middle, even though that's probably not what he wants, but Jota and Nunez, Big Time Sean says, Matisse asked Cams a question last season, which position would he be in, Chelsea or United, and has he changed his mind yet?
Hold on, let me say something. Do you want Matisse is shameless, Abby? Let me tell you why, yeah?
I'm not
Tell me.
shameless.
Let me tell you it's
Tell me
shameless. Matisse apologized to me for saying...
Wow.
When
I was right.
when
And hold on.
when?
Matisse apologized,
Did
and
you?
now he's come back.
Oh, on
with chest.
FCM when you got me in a headlock.
No.
When he beat you with the belt?
He apologized.
Bro, he hit me.
He apologized.
You know what I'm saying?
That was, yeah.
And to
No, but-
free
no, no,
myself,
no.
I said some things just to get out of the headlock. And then I said, actually, I take it back.
No, see, this ain't true. He apologized, he apologized, and then Chelsea finished above us, and he came back to me with
Bollocks.
chest, and then we won the FA
I didn't
Cup,
rate you the
and then
whole
he ducked
season.
me again.
No,
he ducked
I think
me
he was
again.
lying.
Listen,
It does sound
I
like
didn't duck
something.
you.
It sounds like something
that
you would do.
episode, I don't know what happened with that episode, but I was scheduled to be there. But anyway,
It sounds like something he would do.
I am on record not rating Man United all of last season to the point where people were like, "Oh, you've got an agenda." Why?
I remember that.
Bro,
I do
there was
remember
not a single moment where I rated Man United last season. You were too poor.
Yeah, we were bad last season.
You were too bad.
Tanya says
But you
Cole
guys
Palmer
haven't
is the
played
best in the
anyone
world for me.
seriously.
For what I'm watching, no
You
one
wait.
else is doing what he's doing.
You wait.
Carragher says that as well. He's the best in the Prem at the minute. Arsenal at home to the Saints.
Yes.
3 o'clock kickoff again. 2 home games in a row. 2 3 o'clock kickoffs. Must be nice.
We did have Villa. City
Vote
and
Matisse,
Spurs
bruv.
away.
Vote Matisse. Vote
Vote Camps,
Matisse.
man.
What's the
Vote Matisse.
Don't let a 5-0 Arsenal.
who is the most
spanking do
shameless mud
anything to
brother?
me, man.
I
Vote
think Cams isn't there. I'd have Flex down as an
That's
ex
what
mud
I'm
brother.
saying.
But let's go back to the Emirates.
Was there some poll I've missed?
Saints?
I think we lost 5-0
Who's the
to
most
Arsenal.
shameless
That's
mud
what it
brother?
was.
Matisse or Cams?
Oh
is the
yeah,
vote.
that was late though.
Oh,
Yeah, but-
that's a good poll.
But
for
Southampton,
it.
very, very, very bad season for them so far. I
Yeah.
mean, anything less than a resounding victory would be
We did say this
not
last week.
acceptable, right?
Leicester as well, didn't we? Had to
But
be
this time we mean it, though.
comprehensive.
Southampton
we
are
beat
really
Leicester,
poor.
but we made it a bit trickier than we should have. Yeah, I mean Ramsdale will undoubtedly have the game of his life, won't he?
Oh, yeah, I
come
forgot
back
about that
wanting
little
to-
narrative.
Wanting to
Hope so.
make
Dean
a
Henderson versus us.
They always show up, don't they? But I don't know what to say. Like, good win against PSG, build on it, make it comfortable, and onto the international break. If we go into the international break having won the home games, PSG, Leicester, Bolton, and Southampton, and then we managed to get a point at City, point at Atalanta, and a win at Tottenham. That's a great body of work from between international breaks.
Arsenal are winless, though, in their last 3 meetings with Southampton. However,
This is a different Southampton
yeah.
side.
However, Southampton's 24 Premier League away games against Arsenal without a win is the most ever in a competition's history. And the last time you lost to them, any guesses at home?
2002.
2016.
1987.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait, no.
Oh,
They drew
they
it.
know in the
That was-
league.
That was,
They-
yeah,
they-
that was
It
the
felt
one.
like a win for everyone else.
They
Oh,
knocked
I'm
us out of the
telling
cup.
you,
The
that was
3-3 in the title run
That
was
was
the
wild.
22-23 campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, we were 3-1 down.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that was wild.
oh my word!
The way that they play Southampton, I get it. Like people take the piss about the high line and Ange's tactics, etc. But the way that Southampton are, I mean, I just think it is crazy. I watched them against Bournemouth, and they were all over the gaff.
I
Literally.
do think though, like we are in the media policing style of play a lot at the moment. Like,
Good.
Do you think?
But
Yeah,
then is
game's
it-
gone woke. I don't like it.
No, but I think policing. I think policing style of play.
I want to see a good old 4-4-2
nah,
back.
Southampton should be playing tough to beat,
Yeah.
get a win football.
Stay up.
Do you know what I mean? The
Stay
game
up.
is going woke. Russell Martin
So
is just trying to
everyone
get
gets
a
mad at
better
us,
job.
Trying to get a
agree
job.
with you.
Yeah.
Did you
Just-
see what Stevens said to the ref when he got? I can't repeat it, but that's why he got a heavy fine.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well,
Also,
right? He said,
there's this
few
thing
A few contests.
that everybody has to play out from the back. There's a thing that everybody has to play the same way that Pep sets up and play out from the back. And that's great. That's lovely. But if I'm Southampton, if I was a Southampton fan, I'd be like, what are we doing? I'd even argue Brighton last week against you. What are they doing? They
Bro,
clearly
should've
can't do
they
it.
should've dropped the line.
They needed to drop the line. And the manager needs to be the one to make that decision. I get called out for it with Spurs. That's how he's going to play. He said that. So whatever I think he's wrong sometimes in playing such a high line or not adapting. And that's it. But then you have to live and die on the hill that you're on. And I think that will end up happening to Russell
I
Martin.
do think though, as a coach, you've got them promoted doing something.
But then
I don't think you
Vincent
can
Kompany
just
last
flip the
year.
switch and
No,
then
you can't.
suddenly,
But-
well, we're going to be this.
Okay, it doesn't have to be
4-4-2 out of possession.
Completely
negative,
switched.
but
Yeah.
be a bit more pragmatic.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's very easy
Yeah.
to say to your players, right, we dominated last season in the Championship on a lovely budget, on a bigger
As
wage
did
bill
Burnley the year before
against
with
your,
Vincent
your
Kompany.
other oppositions. But
Yeah.
we're coming to the Premier League now. We're going to have to be a bit more pragmatic because guess what? Cole Palmer's, Saka's exist. Handle business. Do you know what I
like-
mean?
They got the second most passes in the league, and I think like
Do they?
like top 5 in possession in Europe. Southampton.
Wow.
They got like
but
60%
they're
possession per
winless in the
game.
Prem.
But
That's
they're
mad.
winning.
Winless.
And
What
also,
the hell is going on? 1 point on the
No wins.
That's mad.
the teams that they've played.
That's a great stat.
That's
The
crazy.
teams that they've played in an Ipswich or a Bournemouth, or a Brentford, or things like people like this. These are the games. Like, no offense to those clubs, but these are the teams that they are going to have to try and beat
beat,
if they're
yeah.
going to stay up. So if you're not even getting results like that,
All right.
and you're going to your next lot of fixtures, which contain an Arsenal or a Chelsea or a Liverpool, Spurs, maybe a United, they could.
Playing
but-
devil's advocate,
Well,
though.
they did for the first 35 minutes. They actually did play all right.
Oh, yeah,
didn't
we
they?
beat them.
You beat them, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
beat them. But okay, playing devil's
After they missed the
advocate.
pen.
we beat
After they
them,
missed the
don't
pen.
try it.
After they missed the pen.
If you're Southampton though, aren't you thinking we're going to play the same way every time? Because yes, we might get battered sometimes, but when we're up against those teams near us, we're going to get the goals. I
But
don't
they
know.
haven't. That's my point. They haven't.
Well, that's a shame.
And the best they've probably
Yeah.
looked is that 35-minute spell against you.
Where they missed
Tyler
the penalty.
Dibbling. You know what I mean? We just had to get through that little Dibbling wave, and then we got a grip of the game. You know what I mean? But who's
Yeah.
their strikers right now? Is it?
Cameron
Armstrong.
Archer, Berriton Diaz.
It's struggling there, isn't it? You need to find a Chris Wood somewhere that's just
Yes,
going to score
we
10,
should-
11, 12 goals. You know what I mean? So
We should
Cammy
beat them
Archer's a good
comfortably.
player,
We
man.
should.
I don't.
I think he's decent, yeah.
you
But
can write him off like that.
I think he's a good player. But
Score predictions. James first.
2-0.
2-0?
Yeah, I think we'll be. I don't think we'll go all out to batter them.
I
think we'll
do.
be
I
quite
think
sensible.
you will. I'm going.
Don't be
4-0.
surprised if Arsenal give them a lot of the ball in this game. Honestly, like
why?
because we
Don't be surprised.
because Arsenal have this. They have this ability to get on the ball for 45 and then just go, we've got the goals, let's just keep it sensible and we'll play a little bit. Look, that's second half
PSG
against
basically.
PSG.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we, this is the better
was-
chance that still fell to us second half, but we just went, yeah.
That
cool,
was
we've got
so-
the goals.
Tata's pragmatic.
So non-competitive, man.
Pulis.
Yeah.
There you go.
What?
Look how Pulis going to win the
then
top.
that's
I've gone
good.
4-0.
Where was that
He's
come
gone
from?
2-0.
Sorry.
From Arsenal used to be the ones that used to tell us how football should be played, to now telling me
Yeah.
that you're going to relieve the ball to Southampton. How times change, right?
Well, we listened to all
That's
of
it.
you, and now we're,
Yeah.
Now you need
we're
trophies.
fighting for titles.
Yeah, now they want
It's
trophies.
good.
They're
Yeah,
not,
now
they're
they
not,
want
they're not in their
trophies,
Wenger
yeah.
Emirates fourth
Yeah,
era
we were
anymore.
pragmatic winning the FA Cup. People forget that in 2020.
Is it? No,
Yeah,
lockdown.
backfired,
Did that happen? I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember it well.
Yeah, it counts.
That was the game where
Yeah.
who got sent off for us?
Don't remember it.
One of us.
Kovacic.
Cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony Taylor, of course.
recollection
Yes.
of
Of course.
Yeah.
It would
Good win.
be. Score prediction,
glad.
Cams.
Where is it? Southampton.
Emirates.
Nice Emirates.
Emirates.
My point. That's my point.
That's a wash.
Why we spent so much time on this game?
Yeah, that's 3-0. That's 3-0. Yeah, that's 3-0. Start Sterling though, man. What the hell?
Yeah, I think we should.
Martinelli.
We should be starting Sterling.
Kick
Yeah,
rocks.
You know,
three.
3-0.
I think it might even be more than that, but we'll go 3.
3. I'm gone 4.
I'll go 3 because Arsenal could do 6, but it might just.
But wouldn't it
Might
be
just chill.
nice? Wouldn't it be nice if it was something else?
No
If
chance.
It was a draw.
Just leave it,
Or-
honestly. Let's save
Wouldn't
that
it
for
be
after the
nice,
international
though?
break.
I'm
Let's
just saying,
let's
just
reconvene.
wouldn't it be nice?
We'll reconvene
Ranieri,
after the international break.
can
It's
you
not
start?
happening.
Trossard's on fire at the moment.
Not happening.
Waneri will get some minutes.
Next up, the
Russ-
Amex,
Russell
Brighton.
Russell Martin
It's the
got
battle of
anything
the
for me?
birds,
Come
this
on.
one. The
Battle of the
Seagulls
birds.
versus the Cockerels.
Wow.
Brighton versus Tottenham.
This should be a
8th
good game,
versus
this.
9th.
Bird fight.
Big-
3
big
wins in
bird.
5 for Tottenham.
Big bird.
1 win in 5 for Brighton. Similar-ish points on the table. Tough place to go to. I know Brighton have been mixed this season, but if they do pick it up, if they do turn it on, they can hurt teams.
They can. They just can't defend how they defended last week against Chelsea. And likewise, neither can I. It's the battle of the high lines. Whose line will be higher?
Just both play on the halfway.
I did see a screenshot
yeah.
of the
Map's
average
gonna be
position.
crazy.
Someone was, having some fun on Twitter.
I'd argue maybe
Like,
we're
everyone
slightly
can
better at playing out from the back. I might argue, just from watching that last week. But yeah, quite an evenly matched game. You know, Spurs picked up a few results last couple of weeks. That one against United, Coventry late winner. Who did we play last week? Karabag. So like, it's going in the right direction. It's going in the right direction. I'd hope that we could win this. Like,
This feels very much like a
Brighton won
Brighton
this
win.
fixture 4-2 last year.
yeah.
Just when it's starting to
Where
go
is it?
well for Tottenham, it feels like Brighton will just bring it back down to
just
earth.
slap you back
It's like
down
the
to
Amex,
earth.
Yeah.
What's the stadium?
Very likely.
Amex.
Amex, yeah.
Amex.
Stadium.
Yeah,
the
it's not.
credit
It's
cards
actually
are
not
available.
massively like happy hunting ground. It's like not really. They always kind of struggle. Sometimes get the result, but we have struggled at times.
Van Heck's out though, isn't he?
They had quite a few injuries out
That's a
last
big
week
loss
as
at the
well against you.
Might be a stain here.
I don't know.
Might be a stain here. I can't lie.
I'm gonna back Spurs, but I think it will. I'll just go 2-1 Spurs. I don't think we can keep another clean sheet. Like 3 is
That would
really
be too much,
Oh my
though.
god!
No, you're not
honestly,
keeping another
like,
clean sheet. You're
the-
definitely
two
conceding.
2 weeks of a clean sheet. That's spoiling me.
This could be game of the weekend. This
Oh,
be,
yeah.
yeah.
both
Could have
teams
goals.
Just,
Just
yeah, whatever.
go through
Attacking
it.
football. Let's go for it. I quite like Brighton. I don't know if they're going to win 4-2 or lose 4-2. I genuinely don't.
I don't know.
I'll go 2-2.
The thing is, Brighton are definitely conceding, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tottenham now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Danny Welbeck doing his
Oh
thing.
yeah, for sure.
Cam, score prediction?
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna go Brighton win.
What time is
They ain't won in a while, innit? They ain't won in a while. They
Half
haven't won since they beat us. They haven't won since they beat
Oh,
us.
is it really since then?
Yeah. So that was that. They won 3 in a row. I think to start season he got manager of the month, and they won since.
They drew at the Emirates, so.
So yeah,
Just 10 men.
I think they need to.
Drew at home to Ipswich, I think.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, that was a
So,
disappointing draw for them.
I think they're overdue a win. Spurs are on a little bit of a high, you know what I mean? Thinking that United's game is like set their new standard. They need to get a reality check.
True,
you know
we
what
shouldn't
I'm
really
saying?
have the bar as Manchester United, should
whatever,
we?
mate,
Drew
you know
Forest,
what
I
I
think,
mean?
as well.
Honestly, Leicester gave us a hard
So
time.
yeah, we're gonna go with a Brighton win. Brighton win. Spurs are too wishy-washy. You know what I mean? No matter what, Spurs are always gonna be up and down, up and down. They're not really much different than last season. So I'm gonna say yeah.
We're actually conceding far less this season.
Yeah, nah, not moved.
Not moved.
And you're done.
Not moved.
And you're
All right. Score predictions all done. Have you done yours?
Tough to call this one. I'll go over 2-2. I don't trust either defence. to be
Yeah, I've
honest.
gone 2-2. Let us know. in the
3-2
chat.
Spurs.
3-2 Spurs. Interesting. Goals galore.
Thanks, babe.
Man City at home to Fulham. Can Fulham do anything? I mean, we saw Brentford go there recently and
Rise and
play
Mill.
some really nice stuff in the first half an hour, but obviously the steam wears out and City overpower them.
Who's
in
at
the
home?
end. City at home. City
Okay,
have won
that's all I
each of
need
the
to-
last 16 meetings with Fulham in all comps. Three of Fulham's 4 Premier League wins against City have come at the Etihad. Do you remember the famous Jimmy Bullard 3-2? Camera.
Keep them up.
2008
Was that
in the
to
red
keep
and
them
black
up?
kit to
Yeah.
keep them up. Roy
Yeah.
Hodgson. And they apparently City, well not apparently, City have won a penalty in each of their last 6 Premier League meetings with Fulham.
Wow.
Random, but true. Are we giving Fulham any hope here, or is it just a rollover?
Fulham are 6th.
Yeah.
They're 6th in the table, quietly going about their business. You know what I mean? With loads of
Only lost one.
top 6 players: Pereira, Nelson, Iwobi, Smith Rowe. They've just like
Sessegnon.
who?
Brian Sessegnon.
Does he play for Fulham?
I think he went back, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
And they replaced
start,
Adebayo with
though?
they replaced Adebayo with Anderson as well.
You've said top 6 players.
Does he start though?
Oh, God.
Sessegnon doesn't start though, does he?
No, they got
Tottenham ruined his
Robinson at
career.
left back.
Tottenham ruined his career. This guy was
He
one
was
of the
so
most
good in the
exciting players in the
Championship.
championship.
This man has got.
He
He
comes
was,
to Tottenham and his
injured
career.
it was injured for 5 years, basically.
Yeah, what's your medical staff doing?
I agree. Sort out the medical staff, mate.
Mate, that was howler, but now I give them no real chance against City at home.
Not defeated in 5 though.
Yeah, that's exactly why they'll lose this game.
Okay. fair enough.
They've had their run. Do you know what I mean?
Free hit.
Because what's going to happen? Are Fulham going to enter the top 4? No, they're gonna go to the Etihad. Man City have to bounce back because they lost. They drew against Newcastle and they drew against Arsenal. And to be honest, I think the Newcastle draw was actually more impressive than the Arsenal one. The Arsenal one was an embarrassment. So yeah, they need to win. It's 2 games without a win for City.
I
Yeah.
will go 3-1 City. I mean, it could be 4, it could be 5, but I think I'm going to give Fulham a little bit more respect considering that they've only lost once this season. So I'll give them a goal. But I don't think they can get a draw.
Yeah. Foden got on the score sheet, goal and assist,
You'd
which he needed.
You'd think he'd be starting now as well,
Yeah,
right?
hopefully for
They
their
need him
sake
to.
anyway.
Yeah.
Who
Score
needs him to
predictions
you?
then?
Yeah, I need him to.
I think
I need
City
him
win,
to
but I
start.
don't think they blow them away. I'm actually going to go 2-1. I know it
2-1.
sounds
I'm
a
going
much
to
tighter game.
match
but, yeah.
you. I'm going to go 2-1 as well.
City needs to prove they can win without KDB and Rodri because they've
Philip
got a bad
Foden.
Rodri without Rodri, and then with KDB and Rodri missing, they've got some like crazy record as well. Like it's not a great
Phil
record at
Foden.
all.
Phil Foden. That's
Yeah,
he's
got started.
meant to be taking on the baton of KDB anyway. He took
Yeah.
it last season. He's got to take it this season. That's what being world class all about. Consistent seasons back to back to back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's not world class.
Fair play. Let's move
You-
on
you
then
leaving
to...
Philip?
No, I don't think he's world class.
He's- you've never said
you
Foden's
were a
world
big
class.
Philip.
I'm a big fan. I think I'm a big fan. But
Don't go anywhere.
I'm
in
a
the tough
big fan.
times.
I'm a big
You
fan.
stay right here.
I'm
No, I swear. Yeah.
on JD, you remember? Yeah.
I swear to you. I said he's world class. I was like, he's not world class.
He's not world class, but he's good. He's very good. But look, Euros proved he's not world class anyway. So he's good. He's great.
Cole Palmer in the
Top player.
final, hey?
Cole
Hey?
Palmer world class.
Stay humble, eh?
It's Cole world class.
It's a cold world, brother.
He might be.
More than
He's
Foden.
getting there.
He
For
might
sure
be.
he is.
They're like.
He's playing world class right now.
He is.
For sure.
Him
I
and
don't know. It's
Gravenberch.
kind of. Yeah, I mean.
I like how
Tomato,
you've actually
tomato.
used his name correctly.
TBC.
I was
Yeah,
angry.
Instead of using a swear word.
But,
Let's go through the rest of the games then. We have Brentford Wolves at the G-Tech. Both teams in need of a win, to be honest. 12th versus 20th.
Wolves are desperate.
I mean, Wolves right now, we obviously played them last week. they're just not clinical in front of goal. They're all, excitement in and around the area, but it doesn't go in the back of the net. If you're Brentford, are you going to be trying to score the 4th goal in a row in the first minute?
Well, they should actually be trying to win the game rather than keep up that record.
Yeah, I mean, they've already broken the record, but they seem to have it on lock from kickoff, don't they? So I think
excitable
most people, they are. I'm going to go with a fairly comfortable Brentford win. I'll go 2-0.
I'll go 2-2.
2-2.
There's context towards results. Didn't they have a load of players missing last week, and they've had a really tough start as well.
They
Also,
have.
I think when you lose
Really
Neto
tough.
and Kilman, which are 2 very big parts of
Yeah.
your makeup, that is going to take some time
They'll
to
creep back up the table.
adjust.
They'll
Yeah.
He's
go
been
2-2.
unlucky in some games,
Yeah.
though, innit?
Kilman's
Yeah.
not been great for West Ham so
No, he
far.
hasn't.
What did you have? What score prediction?
It's West Ham v Brentford.
Brentford Wolves.
Wolves. Where is it?
I just said
G-Tech.
G-Tech.
Oh,
Listen up,
G-Tech.
mate, and then you'll...
G-Tech. Wait, hold on. Who's playing? Wolves versus... Wait.
Sake. Cam,
You know,
come on,
West
bro.
You need to,
Brentford
let me tell you
Wolves.
something. You know why you need to pay
Oh,
attention? Because
Brentford Wolves.
you're around about this
Yeah, yeah.
position at the
Brentford
table.
Wolves.
This is your
These
level.
are your rivals.
Like,
These are your rivals. You need to watch this game,
Fun.
study this game, pay attention to this game.
Brentford Wolves.
Brentford above United right now.
Brentford need a win, innit?
Brentford
I'm going
above
draw.
United,
I'm going
yeah?
draw. This screams draw. 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
I'm going to back Wolves to get the
Brentford
first
above
win.
United on
Yeah.
goal difference right now.
I'm going to
Away
go 2-1 Wolves, late.
2-1 Wolves. I'll go
comment
2-0
Chelsea,
Brentford. We done yours?
Yeah, 2-2.
Matisse, you done yours?
I'll go Brentford 2-1.
West Ham versus Ipswich. Another Saturday, 3 o'clock. West Ham, as we know, in dire straits right now. They've won. They've
they don't
lost
win
just
this.
one of their 8 Premier League meetings
They don't
against
win this.
Ipswich, but that was in 2001.
What's this about
but
a
West
fallout with
Ham-
the players? Did you guys hear about this?
Hey, Lopetegui.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
No? Or
I
a
didn't.
player? Oh, I'm
not
spreading
heard it.
rumours now. Let me know in the comments. Something to do with Yeah, I want to find it. Carry on.
West Ham have won just 5 points in their opening 6 Premier League matches this
You might
season.
get Moyes back.
The 5th time in the last 9 seasons they've had
Don't
5
rule
or
it
fewer
out.
points at this stage of the campaign. The Tractor Boys, they've had a few draws under their belt. Liam Delap coming through and really stamping his name onto the Premier League, scoring some nice goals. I can see goals in this one. I feel a bit of a basketball game is
Like
about
a three,
to happen.
Like a 3-2.
Or a 3-3.
Oh.
Why not? I can see goals. Let us know in the chat what you
Yeah,
score
guys, it was
predictions
in
for
the
this
it was in the Athletic. Words exchanged in dressing room after Lopetegui withdrew Kudus. West Ham hierarchy reached out to player to check no further issues. That's something to do with
one. And
Kudus.
he was
and
at the
Lopetegui.
Arsenal game the other night.
Yeah,
as well,
this
wasn't he?
Moyes, man.
So he's
Told
planning.
Nick.
He's planning.
Told Nick. Don't get rid of Moyes.
They might have just made the wrong
But
appointment.
hang on, because everyone around this table was bigging up West Ham, saying how great of a season they're about to have.
Except for me.
I was in that camp. I
Is
think
it?
most of us
I
were.
wasn't
With
at
the
that.
signings
They
that
just
they
got.
made, bro.
Do you know what it is
No,
with
it was
West
this
Ham?
guy, actually.
Yeah,
It was
100%.
this
I'll take full
This
responsibility.
nasty guy.
I'll take
said West Ham
Nasty.
5th.
Nasty.
Okay,
West Ham
I did
fifth.
too much. I put too much dip on the chip, but I did put you 8th.
No,
and
no,
that
that
was
doesn't- don't-
that was
don't
looking
worry
real
about
good.
me.
That
You
was
said
looking real good.
5th
That
for
was
West
looking real
Ham.
good. Where did you put
must have been-
United? Where did you put
so
United?
where were Chelsea?
Where
then?
did you put United?
Wait, where were
I
Chelsea?
put 4th. Where did you put United?
Oh my days! So you put them over Aston Villa, West
Okay,
Ham.
maybe again. I'll accept responsibility. I said Aston Villa Champions League. West Ham are not in Europe. They got a good squad. This is the thing with West Ham. They've been in Europe 3 years in a row, I think, before this season. West Ham, no matter what Lopetegui does, they have a good team. They have a good squad. Now, if that manager can't bring it all together. That doesn't mean that the recruitment wasn't good. That just means that maybe they went with the wrong coach in terms of the style of play. If they had brought in maybe even a De Zerbi or someone, I think they'd be balling out right now.
I totally agree with you. I think
got a good team.
If you look at like that front 3 or even front 4, if you want to look at like Paqueta and throw him in there, Kudus, Bowen as well, like pound for pound, they've got one of the best probably in the league. So Lopetegui, I think he needs time. Like I don't think you should be going sacking a manager. You know, Moyes was there a long time. They're very set, I guess, in the way that was set up. They've got creative players that need to have the creativity brought out. Don't necessarily think Lopetegui was maybe the perfect person to do that, but I don't think you can sack him now. Like. But again, it will get.
No, you can't sack him now.
Also, the Fulkrug one. I mean, it hasn't.
That's
massively
wild.
Played. He hasn't massively played yet. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like that will take time. But I did call that and say that will either be the most West Ham signing of all time, where he'll be some cult hero,
Fulkrug.
or he will literally score 1 goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I saw him run once. I said, "Yep."
Not.
And he had 10 yards
not
on the
working
player
for
as
the
well.
bro. Yeah.
And he's 31.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
just
no,
the most West Ham signing.
ain't
Everyone's
it?
buzzing over it. It was like, come on.
Yeah.
You're not even talking about the first touch. You're just talking about a
Nah,
run.
I saw one run and I
Try and
knew.
run.
It's like Ugarte.
I know that
saw
run.
one
I saw
touch
that
from
run.
Ugarte. I said, "Yep,
If they'd got Durant,
ain't working here, mate.
Oof, because he was giving
Well,
it
yeah.
all this.
Yeah.
on
That's the
IG
thing.
Live.
They were that close.
Why was he twerking for West
I
Ham?
don't know.
That's
Because
crazy.
he doesn't.
And
maybe
you went in for him as well.
He didn't believe in himself at that point.
They're both claret and blue, maybe
we
got
were
confused.
interested in
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
Didn't
Probably
you tweet
that.
that you
Thought
really
it was
didn't want
Burnley as
John
well.
Oh, you've been on my Twitter because I see you liking my tweets recently. So don't try that.
That's a good tweet.
Score predictions and Cams. West Ham, Ipswich.
West Ham, Ipswich at what ground? What ground?
So West
Well,
Ham.
it's includes in the name.
West
isn't it?
Ham,
West Ham,
Ipswich.
Are
Are you
West
okay
Ham-
today?
Has he been
Are
on
you-
football
are you
podcasts
well?
before? Culture scam.
Do you know what it is?
What
He's been on
this?
too many football podcasts. Man's on eye test. Man's on SDS. Man's
I'm
on
out here,
FCM.
mate. I'm a ringer. I'm a ringer.
Man's everywhere,
You
bro.
are.
Oh, ringer. All right, listen. Let's go. West Ham, Ipswich. Liam Delap. I'm gonna go Ipswich. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Ipswich 2-1. You know what I mean? Project Liam Delap.
Wow.
I'm putting some stocks in him. We're trying to retire Harry Kane. Do you know what I mean for England? So that's my new one. In it, Abby.
I'm
How
not
did
trying
Harry?
to-
Hold on. Actually, I haven't seen you since the Euros. How did Harry Kane get on, love? How did Harry Kane get on, love?
He's loved me.
Love.
Yeah, how did he
loved-
get
just
on now?
loved you
Because
off.
I remember
You can have
doing
that.
the Euro show, and I
not
said,
very
I don't know
nice.
if Harry Kane should start, and she was going on as if it's blasphemy, bro.
Yeah, it is blasphemy.
And now look what happened.
Best ever striker that this country's produced.
Oh, not sure about
When
that.
Well, the
Sir-
numbers will tell
when
you.
Sir Wayne Rooney exists.
Wayne Rooney's
The
better,
numbers
man.
will tell you. The
Sir,
numbers will tell you.
Sir Alan Shearer.
The numbers will tell you. He's the best striker that England have ever had. Yeah. The numbers are there.
Shout out Estonia and
Is this water or
Bosnia
what?
and that.
The numbers are there. Highest scorer, record breaker.
Anyway,
He's
score
not even on
prediction
striker
for
no
West
more.
Ham and
He is your
Ipswich,
striker.
please,
He is your
people.
striker.
Before I lose
He'll
my
always-
brain.
Liam Delap. Project Retire Kane, sorry.
3-2.
It's mad, you know, because you were
3-2 West
twerking for
Ham.
Kane
3-2
a
West
couple
Ham.
of years ago.
Don't worry about me.
Nah, you were
Don't worry about me.
twerking.
To working
You were.
I still
hard.
remember your
Yo,
Instagram post.
that's when he had some legs about him.
Came
you know what
to
I mean?
Manchester
Yeah,
United.
Kane campaign.
This
It
is
was-
what Ferguson would have
Nah,
done.
mate, it was
Top
like a-
English striker.
It was like a Hillary Clinton campaign. Do you know what I mean?
Cams as well. I'm going 3-3 for some reason. I just feel like there's loads of
Thanks,
goals
Shane.
and mistakes in this one.
3-1 West Ham.
3-1 West Ham.
I got to back West Ham. I put myself in a
You have.
bad
Yeah.
position.
You
so
must.
I just predicted
You put them
to-
in a title
Do you know what it
race.
was? No, not a title
can't
race.
back
You know what it
them.
was? I just had them as the new Villa, the new Newcastle. There's always one that breaks through, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be a slow burn. I'll go 2-0 West Ham.
Cool, let's get through the rest of these. Everton, Newcastle at Goodison Park. By the way, get the likes up before we jump back into the super
Oh,
chats.
good game.
8,000 of you
I really
watching
fancy
and
Everton.
only 1,100 likes. How dare you? It's a disgrace. Press it. It's free. It helps us. It helps you. So do it.
I fancy Everton.
Do?
Yeah.
Really?
Just
Why?
do. Don't know. Just Newcastle again. Like, just don't know. Just fancy Everton now to just
At
start
home.
to get
Kick
a
on a
few
bit.
wins under their belt. Again, they got a win last weekend, didn't they?
It did against Palace.
injured?
I just fancy them to start picking up some points. Again, Newcastle played really well last week, by the way, against City. But away at Goodison, they need to win. I'm going to go 2-1 Everton.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Newcastle have won 11 points in their games this season. They're most at this stage of a top flight season since 2012. And Eddie Howe's best start to a league since 2011. But that was in League One with Bournemouth. Newcastle have won 5 of the last 8 Premier League meetings with Everton. So
Backing them at home,
that's
Everton
the
have to
stat
start
that you
picking up
need.
consecutive points. And if they're gonna stay up, then it needs to be at home that they pick
Yeah.
up the points as well.
5:30 kick off.
Boo Anthony
Under
Gordon
the
all
lights.
game. It's going to be fun, isn't it?
Oh, yes, that's
Forgot
a
about that.
talking point for this. He's
Yeah.
going to be going back to Goodison Park, a place where he made his name. What kind of reception do you think he's going to get?
Nasty one. You turn their back. They see it as they turn their back on them, innit?
And he's a Liverpool fan.
And he is,
Yeah, he was trying to go Liverpool this summer.
Well, he almost did the same thing to Newcastle.
Signed his
Yeah.
contract though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AG10, they're saying now.
Yeah.
Shout out Matty Renton.
Matty Renton.
You know what? I hear it. I think Everton
It's
could
only
win
one
this.
AG.
Yeah.
And that's me, mate.
Yeah, it's Anthony Gordon.
1-0
mate.
Everton.
Just the one.
It's only one.
Are you also backing Everton with me?
Yeah, 1-0 Everton. Yeah.
Wow.
No, scrappy.
Dwight McNeil from distance again.
I'm going,
Yeah.
if Newcastle want to turn it up, again, we're yet to find out if Isaac and some of the top players will be up front, but I think Newcastle can win this one. I'm going with 2-1
course they can.
to the Magpies, up the fucking Mugs leg. Matisse,
I'm gonna go with a draw.
draw, 2-2,
1-1.
1-1,
Yeah.
not even a 2-2.
I think it's gonna be a nasty game.
Cams,
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
I want a little bit more than that on a Saturday, 5:30. The whole world's
Well,
watching on
that's
TV.
That's a 5:30 game.
Yeah,
Well,
it's on tele.
What
Blame
in the-
them. Blame-
Newcastle love a 5:30
What in
game
the
on a
earth?
Saturday, though, don't they?
How is that a 5:30 game?
I'm not too sure. We've got Newcastle 2-0 in the chat. We've got 1-1. Pretty boring. 3-1 Everton as well from Dominic. Next up, the Chelsea. Right, a home game against Forest on Sunday, 2:00.
15 Premier League fixtures this weekend or something.
Well,
I've been in
it's,
for
it's,
hours.
it's because we're taking a long time.
We've been in for ages.
Score predictions for Chelsea. I mean,
You playing?
fourth
Forest,
right now. 6 played, 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat, 15 scored, goal difference of 7. If you win this one,
Goal difference of 8.
sorry, goals against was 7.
Oh,
Sorry, goal
okay.
difference is 8.
Difference, yes.
That's yes, no.
Just making
Well, talk.
sure.
Tell us. How do you see this game?
listen.
Last year you lost this one, didn't you?
We lost a lot. So
Yeah.
I'm sure we did. Do you know what I mean? I tried to put it to the back end of my
Oh, yeah.
my memory, but
Taiwo.
Yes, you did.
Yes. Why are you sitting up straight?
I've locked into the
Why you
conversation.
locking in?
And that meme, I'm locked in now.
Okay.
Locked
Yeah,
in.
we got a lot of teams to get revenge against this season. Wolves was one earlier in the season. They did the double over us, then we slapped them 6-2. This is another one where we need to get some revenge. Listen, we've had a nice kind of fixture run since City, where if we're going to be a serious team this season, we expect to pick up points in these games. And so far, this is exactly what we're doing. So this is the last one before it gets really difficult after the international break. Obviously, we play tonight as well against Ghent. That would make it 4 wins at
Tonight,
home
isn't
in a
it?
row.
This afternoon.
No, it's tonight at
3:30.
8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She plays this afternoon. Yeah. Against Ferrero Rocher. Yeah.
5:45. Listen,
Yeah.
we're on Hungary.
You lot don't realise what Europa League's like in group
I do.
stages. It ain't nice.
I do. Trust me, I do,
Been in the
bro.
Europa League loads of
I was
times.
there last
We've
year.
been in,
Do you know what I mean?
We're on Hungarian
It's not the creme
time.
de
I
la
was
creme
in
you think
Sparta
it is.
Prague
Yeah.
last year, mate.
I
It's not what
don't.
you think it
I
is.
don't make up the time zones. We're on Hungarian
You
time.
might think you're going to
We've
be
got to
bucking
move
up
with
against
it.
Sporting Lisbon and that. No. Ferrero Rochers and all sorts of
I
chocolates.
still
But-
can't say the name. What is
but-
it? Ferenc?
I actually don't know.
Ferencváros?
Chelsea have won just one of their
I
4
think.
Premier League meetings with Forest since they returned to the top flight. Having said
But we've
that,
been mudded for a couple of years now, so
Yeah.
the stats are always
It's an
gonna look-
awkward-
I think
It's
this
an
is
awkward
quite
game.
awkward game.
easy.
Yeah,
It's-
listen, I've got
It's not as easy
Callum
as you
Hudson-Odoi
yes
coming back to the bridge.
That's my 1v1 demon. Elanga as well.
Gibbs
I don't know
White.
if Gibbs White is
Is he
back
not
from
fit?
suspension. He was
Oh yeah, he was
sent off.
sent off, wasn't he?
that's a big
So
mess
yeah,
up.
listen, I've got all the respect for Forest, man. Like, it's not gonna be an easy game, but it's a game we have to take care of. We've got a deep enough squad. We've got options in the second half where we can come off the bench in Cuckoo, Felix, Sancho. Brilliant start to his career at Chelsea. 3 assists in 3 games. He was great last week. Man United, thank you very much. Ten Hag, very much.
It's 1 assist.
It's three assists in 3 games.
the stats don't tell the full
Free
And
assists in
Kunku back
3
with
games.
France now.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
That is true.
he's
But
got
the
the
stats
quality.
don't tell the
Yeah.
full picture.
Sorry,
It's
have
not-
you
it's
got a
not-
problem with what I've just said?
What?
Because
Yeah,
what
I
I said
do.
is factual.
I do. No. Because this is the thing about football.
When
right?
you've got-
you need to look
when
at
you've
you
got
need to look
technical
at
players
hold
with
on, hold on.
Sancho, this is what you get.
Let me tell you something.
You
Interlinking,
lot are so bitter
Let's
about
exchanging,
Sancho, man.
passing.
Let's see if he's saying this by February. But
What's wrong with Man United
however,
fans? What's wrong with you lot?
look,
Don't you
I'm-
want him to
he's-
do well?
Do you not want him to do well?
I actually want Sancho to do well.
So
I
what's your
really
problem
do.
then?
But he has 1 assist.
He got 3.
3.
Bro, they're giving assists for guys wrestling through 3 men and scoring. They're giving assists for. He basically ran Nico Jackson basically ran the same distance Van de Ven did and he got an assist for it. The only assist he got was a Cole Palmer one. That's a real assist. That's a
what
real
we're doing
assist.
now,
Real
yeah?
assist.
Is that what we're doing?
In my books.
Wow.
1 assist.
Wow.
In Cam's book.
In your books as well.
I think it's 3.
Wow.
Wait, what's this link up today? What's this link,
Link
up?
up.
So
TV
it's
mic
never
check.
been seen before. Behind
You know what
bars.
I mean? It's 3 assists, and at the end of the day,
Do you
do
rate
you know
them
what's
assists? Do you think they're proper
Do
assists?
you know what? I don't need to worry. Do you know why?
assist.
Because
He's
even when
nasty
he
about Spurs.
did you see the
Fuck you.
penalty that he won? Took the ball out of the sky.
Yeah.
Jinky majinky. 1-2, won the penalty. That's what Sancho is doing. Sancho is making the game look simplistic.
What was your thoughts on Sancho when he was at United?
I like Sancho. You know this.
I need
I
to
actually
check
backed
the
Sancho
receipts.
over Ten Hag.
I need to check the
I've always
receipts.
liked
I
Sancho.
think you should. Yeah, you should.
Man United fans
No,
are
I
telling
don't
me
rate
obviously
Sancho.
You can
mental.
tell it was Ten Hag
Yeah.
and not Sancho.
Not Sancho.
mate.
Like, if you can
Listen.
fall out with
Ronaldo,
if you can fall out, I think he
Maguire.
definitely put a
Sancho
bit
weren't
weird.
the problem.
Varane,
Everyone.
Cas-
No, but Sancho, there was stuff
Yeah,
as
but listen,
well.
100%. I'm not here to say what happened at Man
Man
United. Man United fans have told me that there was an issue, but fresh start at Chelsea. This is his club that he supports. He's here, back home, and he's handling business, and he's playing very well. And he's got that left hand side locked up. Kukurea has been brilliant behind him as well. He's been brilliant since the season started. He was good at the back end of last season, great Euros. So, yeah, as much as Forest tough game, I'm still backing my team to
Score
win
prediction,
this.
please.
I will go with a 3-1 win.
3-1. I like that. I'll go 3-1 Chelsea. James?
It's new now, isn't it? There.
It is.
I mean, they
Has
did
just
this-
come to Anfield and won.
Yeah.
They've been playing really well. I know they lost last week. That was the pen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You'll win 1-0, but Nuno is the master of going away to big grounds, difficult to beat, good on the counter, but I think you'll win 1-0.
Who's going to score? Is it Cole Palmer again?
No, Jackson. Why not?
Jackson. Abby?
Rise Elanga.
See?
Rise Hudson
You thought we were
Odoi.
friends. You see what she's about to do now?
2-2.
She predicted. You know, she predicted us to finish 12th.
What?
No, it was 10th in the end.
No, she's been changing it.
To be fair, everyone
it was 12th
did
on
have-
DR, then on Talksport it was 10th, and then on Sky, watch the
I
ref,
get that.
it
I
was
get
8th.
that. That's what I do. That's what I do.
We like to mix
I
it up.
spread it. Yeah. I spread it
So
around.
you don't
Spread
know
your bet.
what's
Yeah.
where. We can
Different
move that
fan
part of the
bases
puzzle.
everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
The
it
receipts are hard
Different
to find
audiences.
that way,
We get
Algorithms,
exactly.
yeah.
I do the same thing. All right, let me say
10th in the top 10. That's my final thing. You just said the
So
same
it's
thing.
the same
So
as
it could be
Abby.
first or it could be
2-2.
10th?
Thank you.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I'm going 2-2. I'm going 2-2.
salty people.
I think Cho's going to have a good game. You know, because Sancho's on mad form, I'm going to go Sancho brace.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Because
And a Hudson Odoi brace as
Sancho's
well.
on mad form, so I'm going to go Sancho brace.
Imagine if he gets it.
Yo, clip it.
Sancho
Clip that.
brace. I'm going Sancho brace.
Do you know what? Yeah, Sancho will get his first Chelsea goal this weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Calm.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Fair
getting
enough.
a brace. He's getting a brace,
We've
so
done-
I'm going to
we've
go
got
that.
that
Far, but
predictions for
that's you. You're a big fan.
But why you guys are feeling yourselves a bit too much? You feel good in it.
Sancho,
They're
the
really
Sancho
feeling
redemption.
themselves at the minute.
Let
Let them
them-
ride it
you
out.
think
Let
they're
them ride it out.
Nasty run coming
Where's
at
the
any
next big
point.
game?
No, we got tough
Liverpool.
games coming up. That's
And
why.
Anfield's the
That's why I've
next
been
game
taking it
after
one
this
game
one.
at a time. Robbie tried
So
to.
there's your game.
Robbie on the
Yeah.
last show tried to say, "Oh, are you in a title race?" I said, "Hold on a second, mate."
Yeah,
Robert
Robbie's-
Sanchez just did a basketball little, thing for a cross. So
You got Anfield
let's
soon.
relax it. Yeah, 100%. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Are you?
Of course, I'm looking forward to the football.
We will be there.
I look forward to the
We will
games.
be
Yeah,
there.
We'll
I'll be there.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll be there on your watch.
We ain't Man
We'll be
United,
there.
mate.
Quickly then, just lastly, before we get into Super Chats, Leicester Bournemouth score. Cams. Leicester at home, in case you...
Leicester, Bournemouth. Leicester at home.
Yeah.
What was their last fixture?
Jamie Vardy's
Draw.
having a pass.
Oh
Arsenal.
yeah, of course.
Draw.
How could I forget?
1-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 1-1.
1-1.
I'll go 2-1 Bournemouth.
I'll go 2-1 Leicester.
2-2.
2-2.
1-0 Leicester.
Matisse. 1-0 Leicester. You're going for a clean sheet as well. Super Chats before we end.
Semenyo's a good player, though.
Chronicle
Very good.
says Paul Torres is one of the best CBs in the league.
I agree.
I actually do agree with that. LJ Brown says, Matisse, remember last season when Cams whipped you? Like,
The little
Which
bitch.
that
go
ass!
telling
Still-
how
I'm still,
United are better than Chelsea, how the roles
Roman
have
getting
reversed.
wild.
I'm in the middle of suing DR Sports Enterprise.
Yeah, yeah.
Say.
For
What did
violence in the
HR
workplace.
Yeah.
HR, they still haven't got back to me.
Yeah. That was wild though. When I first saw that, I was like, Cams
It's a
is
long
pushing,
list. It's a long list.
pushing the limit. He's pushing the limit. Very happy to see James, who always brings intelligent Arsenal representation here. Further proves that owners should stay away from football matters, says Ricky.
Now, what?
A bit of a shock.
Owners like Robbie.
It's not much
They say he looks like who? What?
He said they Robbie
Oh.
should stay
Owners
away
should
from
stay
the
away.
matters.
Wow.
I love having James on the show.
No, James is the guy, man. Owen
Next-
says,
same
"Hi
time
guys,
next
I'm coming to London in January to watch Arsenal."
Crazy. You took a bit
Relax,
too long,
bro,
bro.
because
Yeah,
everyone
okay.
else was talking.
Yeah,
bro.
you took a bit too long.
No,
bro.
but
You
come
did.
on,
Go
bro.
on, do it.
Hi guys, I'm coming to London in January to watch Arsenal versus Spurs from Australia. Would love to meet you guys. Come on, the Gunners.
Yeah.
Love the show too. Yeah, man.
Big up.
Give us a shout. We might not answer, but give us a shout.
No.
I'm joking. Big up to you for watching all the way from Australia. We love it. Juan says, Cams, Chelsea have been the worst fan representation. Chelsea have the worst fan representation. We got Rory Jennings, James Cundy, Carefree Lewis, Muggs. Who's Muggs? And
I think Marks is pretty good on Filthy.
yeah. Big up. But he does say
said
big up.
Ma.
He says big up, Ma.
Listen, I'm not.
Nah,
I'm,
put him in
not
there.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm the representation of the whole fan base, because if they disagree with my next point, I
Then
won't
it
be.
changes.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be me.
Right now, just
have my
accept.
opinion.
Nod.
And just
You
sit
can
back.
only
Move
give
on.
your
I'm
opinion.
not.
Nod.
I like some of
Move
them
on.
guys anyway that they said.
Yeah, they're lovely
Rory's
guys.
cool. I like Rory. I didn't
You
hear
like
who else he
James.
said.
You like Cundy, don't you?
I do
Cundy's
like
funny.
Cundy, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't like
Rory.
that
Didn't you
whole
have a
thing that
row
they
with
got
them
with
on
Talksport where they do the whole.
They'll mislead you
what's
with
it
they'll
called?
mislead you with the title.
They've got
But
that
yeah,
song that they
keep
do.
going and looking at the
Yeah,
video,
yeah,
guys.
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
not
the
for that.
engagement
I'm
up.
not for that.
Fair
That needs to
enough.
stop.
LT says, were Villa and Arsenal wins good? UCL statements. Villa certainly was. I think Arsenal were expected to win at home, though.
I don't think it was a statement. It was just a really
Two
good
decent wins.
Big up to
drama-free
my guy
win.
Rishab, who, like I said, got me out of Twitter jail once. St. James, would you get Marino to start instead of Partey? Seems like the real Partey showed up against PSG.
No, he's getting better, Partey. I'd keep him in the team. Marino can take... Yeah, we'll take time with it.
Utkar says, Matisse, with hindsight, has the Kai deal been a bargain?
What, the same Kai they were trying to replace in the summer with a new striker?
Yeah, so...
He
so
scored a
no
great
then?
goal in midweek, though. He did.
It was a good finish.
He
He's
Good
like
finish.
Fellaini now.
Hasn't he scored 5?
He's doing it.
Imagine the trophy.
He's like Fellaini.
Don't let him do
Bro, hold
this.
on. Bro,
He did this to me last season. John Joe Shelby with Enzo Fernandez. If he gets something, he will run with it. Don't let him start this
Fellaini.
shit.
Don't let
But
him
think
start
about it,
this
like he
narrative.
is used, like he just comes into from midfield, he's in striker.
Yo.
Like Fellaini was at Everton. Even Fellaini under LVG. You guys use him solely for his height now. Let's be honest. Long balls,
point.
battering ram, crosses
point.
into the box. He's like Fellaini
Can I
now.
just say to you, the other night, I was asked a question and I had a whole debate about this, saying that Kai Havertz is one of the best number 9s in the league. I was like, I mean, he's not 10. I mean,
He's one of
he's
them.
done very well, but I wouldn't have him as my first
One of the
choice
best
9.
number 29s.
There's
No,
probably,
you've got
probably
Haaland, Isak, Watkins.
I mean, Solanke numbers from last season. What? Sorry. Thank you. It didn't sound like it.
This
Change that tone.
season,
In terms of
Havertz,
numbers-
Solanke is a good debate. Who will score more goals? That's a good
That is a
debate.
good-
But you
debate.
can't say he's up there at this moment in time.
What do you mean?
Well,
I think he hasn't put the numbers up to be in that argument
Well,
at this moment in time.
last season,
Or
he
judge
didn't
it.
play the- last season
he was in
didn't play the whole
midfield
season
for
as striker.
exactly. So
this
that's why for
season,
me,
he's 100% going to play the whole season as
all
striker.
I know-
let's
See if he
judge
can
at the end
lead
of the
Arsenal
season.
to a title.
But-
Because at the end of the
yeah.
day, that is what Arsenal are trying to do. They're
Yeah.
trying to win a title.
but at this moment in time, he doesn't come above those 5 for me.
who are the 5?
Who you just listed: Haaland, Isak, Watkins. We just missed someone else.
You said
Solanke has got himself into the
Solanke.
England
I wouldn't put
squad
Solanke
today.
in there just yet. Early days.
Why we
Got
have
an
we
England
have
squad.
He had
I think
one
Havertz
season.
is
We
a
have a
as
sample
much
size
of a
from
shout
last
as
season.
Solanke.
One season though. I still think Solanke's
Yeah.
like not the most ruthless. I wouldn't put him.
I don't.
Well,
put
here's
Havertz
the next
up there.
question.
I-
Would Abby have Tony over Solanke? Is
I
the
did
next
want
question,
Tony,
Thomas
and the
says.
reason I said I wanted Tony was because I think it gave us something different, gave us a different option, an aerial threat, which I guess Solanke can do as well, but he's more into fit specifically into this system in the terms of the style that we play. We don't really do high balls into the box. I like
Solanke can be in that category with Havertz, in my opinion.
We've asked you in the
Forget,
chat.
but like,
Solanke's
hold
really
on.
good numbers
Forgetting
now.
the
Last season.
forgetting the bigger questions for a second. Havertz is in great form.
He is.
Like, he's leading the
Five
line
in a
for one of
row
the best
he scored
teams in the
at
country
the
at the
Emirates.
moment. Like and he's scoring goals
100%.
six
I
in,
just need to.
six
I
in a
need
row
to
at
see
the
at the
Emirates.
end.
Like,
I wouldn't put him in it at the moment.
And he was big at the Etihad. I don't care about that stat. He didn't pass the ball.
Not
He was
getting in
great
it.
at the Etihad.
That was
great in the
not
North London
getting
derby.
Just before we wrap up the
by the
show
way,
with the
wasn't
super
true. That was a
chats,
clip.
Was it
just
not?
got to
Okay.
move on,
Yeah,
guys.
he did.
The England
It
squad
didn't
is
sound
is as follows: Henderson, Pickford, Pope, Trent, Levi, Colwill, Mark Gay, Esri Konsa, Rico Lewis, John Stones and Kyle Walker, Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden, Conor Gallagher,
again,
Morgan Gibbs White.
Wait, say the midfield again, sorry, bro.
I was just doing it. Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden, Conor Gallagher, Morgan Gibbs White, Angel Gomez still in there from Lille. Got that win over Real Madrid last night. Kobe Mainu, Cole Palmer and Declan Rice. And then the forwards,
Good football.
Anthony Gordon, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, Noni Madueke, Bukayo Saka, Dominic Solanke and Ollie Watkins.
Oh, big Dom.
In that
This is my
squad.
gaffer, man.
Why is Carl Walker in there?
Yeah, Kyle
That's-
Walker
that's
thing
true.
is
Don't
the
know.
only one that
If you've got Trent and Rico, do you need Kyle Walker still? I'm not too
I'd
sure.
even have Livramento over Carl Walker.
Wow.
Potentially.
If you're looking for pace.
Black Hole says, what's with the Emery Villa connection? Villarreal, Sevilla, and now Villa. No wonder he didn't do well at PSG and Arsenal. Raphael says, Arsenal rejects
Oh,
to
yeah,
put one
that is
over on
weird.
City. Come on, you Gunners. V33 says, EPL be scared. Eric Ten Hag is getting sacked. We are coming.
Where are you going?
LJ, Cams, you need
Where
to
to?
answer for crimes for saying that Lisandro Martinez gets into the Arsenal starting 11. Thoughts panel.
You
I would
corrected that the
say
other day, didn't you?
I never
he
ever
admitted
said
he
that.
was wrong.
No, wait,
No,
hold on,
you,
hold
no,
on.
you didn't say it. Flex did.
What did he say?
Oh, Flex said that. I didn't say that. See, this is the thing.
Says Cams needs to answer
No,
for his
because on
crimes.
SDS we spoke about it, but the title says, "Does Martinez get into Arsenal?" But it's me
With a
literally
question mark.
saying,
Yeah.
that he doesn't.
No,
See,
Flex said he
this
does.
is what happens with the TikTok generation. You know what I mean? A Gen Z. LJ Brown, are you Gen Z? Because you should have watched the
think he
video.
is, to be fair.
Should have watched the video and saw it was actually me saying he wouldn't. See what happens.
Oh,
Sending
also
shots to a
yours-
whole generation.
Wait, is this?
Love
this
to see
is.
it.
But you're talking about Arsenal starting 11.
I said he wouldn't start in the big top 16.
Yeah, our conversation was when we was doing the
He wouldn't
combined
get
11.
in either of them. to
Arteta
be
would play
honest.
him left back anyway.
I wouldn't have him over Van
He
de
would.
Ven or
He'd be
Romero.
good. He'd be really good for us there.
As an inverted
Matisse.
left back, I could see something for him.
Jay says, just quickly, guys. Jay says, Matisse Conference League game tonight with our B team. Blame United for putting us down there.
What are you talking about?
But with this trophy, we complete the set.
Yeah, listen.
What's LJ Brown talking about, bro?
Coming for you.
When it
What's
comes
he
to this,
talking about?
when it comes to this competition, I'm just
What? Go watch
walking
the
through
video.
it, sleepwalking through it. I just want to pick it up already
Get
and
it out of
go.
the way.
Yeah, man. Already ready
Chelsea
for the
to
final.
complete European football, says Sai. Jay then says Cam Sancho will score this weekend just for you.
Jokes
Papa.
aside,
Get a
sorry.
break.
If you win this competition, in a weird way, I think Chelsea can enjoy it more than most because you've won the other two.
Yeah.
Do you know
of
what
course.
I mean?
If
You
we
can-
hadn't won the
you
other
can-
ones, yeah.
You can, as long as you have a good season domestically, you can almost flex how well we've won all three of them.
Be
Like, you know what I
shameless.
mean? You can actually
Yeah.
have fun with it.
We could.
Anyone else,
but we have
with
to
all
win
due
it.
respect.
We have to win
Other
it. That's
clubs
the
that
thing.
aren't
In it, you
expecting
must.
to be in
Like,
it.
until
you know.
we win it,
not quite
anything
enjoyable.
other than winning it is a massive underachievement. I've seen all the teams in it. I can just about pronounce half of them. We have to win the competition.
Last two. Papa Beard says sold Van der Beek to Girona for 500k and he scored. United. And then AR says, watch this new UCL format will finally just show how strong the EPL is. Right, I think that's it, guys. We've got
done.
through the show.
It's a long show.
Big up to Cams, Abby, James, Matisse, as always, for being on the show. Big up to you guys for watching at home, wherever you've watched from. Of course, we'll be back on Monday to cook. We'll have another diary room in the oven for you as well. We're looking forward to it. Any last words from anyone?
Yep.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Ten Hag in.
Yeah.
Interview with Rudiger is out at 5 p.m.
Oh, plug
check it
away,
out.
babes.
On
Go on,
this channel?
plug,
Is it?
Nah,
plug,
it's not
plug.
this channel.
Don't
sorry,
care then.
people.
Plug.
See you later.
Go check my
Team.
channels,
Go
you know
home.
what I mean?
Your channel,
Cheers.
yeah?
All the
Oh,
best.
your
No, it's on Intascoop.
Still though.
Don't want to plug
Yeah, big
FCM.
one.
Don't want to tell
Big one.
everyone.
He talks about Chelsea a lot.
Of course.
Tells us why he left.
Champions League win. Yeah.
You know
Don't
what
want
I
to tell
mean?
everyone to watch FCM on Sunday.
Yeah, FCM on Sunday. They
maybe-
know,
Yeah.
man.
Maybe
They
on
know
this-
they'll
on
be
this
there, man.
platform.
They'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to Culture Cams too. You know what I'm saying?
It's the best Chelsea
Absolutely
fan channel
shameless.
going.
Yeah. 100%.
Guys, if you like this show, show us. Press that like button, and we'll see you on Monday with more of the same. Take care.
Fuck LJ, bro.